It's time for exciting live and local sports action on Richmond's very own WBON TV, the leader in local sports television. Watch live on your big screen with the WBON TV Roku channel or by streaming the live player at WBONTV.com. And support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Welcome to Lafayette High School here in Lexington, Kentucky, where the Lafayette Generals host the Madison Southern Eagles. I'm Jamie Boggs, here with John Bailey to call the game on WBON TV. Welcome to the pregame show here, presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair. John, it's a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Man, I love this time of year. Fall's in the air, feels great, and we've got two teams who are hungry for a win tonight.
Absolutely. Both of these teams coming into the game with yet to find their first win. Madison Southern head coach Mark Payne looking for his first win of the season after what was really a heartbreaker last week against Madison Central.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of the players after the game, and they were just absolutely heartbroken. Look, they played great in that game, man. We watched them a couple of weeks ago up in Clark County, and things were not clicking for them. Things were not going well at all. They got beat pretty good. But last week they came out and they looked like an entirely different team.
They really did on both sides of the football. We're here with a pregame show from Citizens Guarantee Bank. With Citizens Guarantee Bank, your accounts are as close as your phone. Bank anywhere, 24/7. Check your balance, deposit checks, wherever you want. Transfer funds and more with the MyCGB app. Visit mycgb.com to learn more. John, like we said, Mark Payne looking for his first win, almost got it in a huge rivalry game, but here he comes into a game where I would say that Madison Southern is favored. And I would look at this as coming off a game like last week, it was so emotional for these players. And I think this is kind of the pivot point for the season. You go one of two directions. You either go toward we're going to rebound and right the ship, or we're emotionally drained from that loss, and we're going to be on our heels.
That's right, man. That's what I'm looking to see out of our Southern Eagles tonight is how are they going to come into this game? We saw them locked and loaded, ready to go last week, but they've lost 3 games in a row. So are you going to let that get you down and you feel like you're in a hole so deep you can't climb out of? Or are you going to fight like cats and dogs to get out of it? And I'm hoping that they're locked in, ready to roll tonight, and that's exactly what we see.
Once again, John Bailey. I'm Jamie Boggs here in the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Welcome into the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. We look at the statistics coming into the game, John, and we see that Southern has really started to build upon both their run game and their passing game, seeing more success offensively, whereas Lafayette has really struggled to make plays and to get positive yardage, let alone points on the season.
Yeah, if you look at their cumulative season, they've only played 2 games. Last week they've had to forfeit against Frederick Douglass due to illness. But yeah, you're looking at their passing game for the season. They have 228 yards. But then this statistic down here, man, negative 27 rushing yards for the season. So obviously if Southern can come in here and play lights-out defense like they are able to do, this should be a game that is able to go their way.
Yeah, that's a great point. Even for a team that's pass-heavy, which I think we're going to find out that Lafayette's going to be that today, to have negative yardage in the rushing game really enables the defense to sit back in that coverage and to put pressure on the receivers and to rush the quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see if Lafayette can get on the positive side, get back in the black with their rushing game and continue to put the ball in the air. They do have quarterback Max King, who's thrown for 228 yards and a touchdown this season. Almost all of those receptions have gone to Pharrell Thurman. 13 receptions, 193 yards, major target. So he's going to be a really important matchup for that Madison Southern secondary tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at their rushing game. They've had 9 players touch the ball. 5 of those have stats that are recorded as negative stats for the year. Their leading rusher, Jackson Stevens, touched the ball 9 times, rushing yards 20, and averaged 10 per game. But they have not scored a touchdown offensively rushing the football.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because, I mean, they're in a similar situation to Southern here. Of course, they had the last week off, but they spent all of last week preparing for Frederick Douglass, not knowing that was going to be canceled until a day or two before. But they're at a turning point as well to figure out, are we going to find an identity offensively, or are we going to continue to struggle in this way? And they've given up a lot of points. Week 1, they lost at home to Johnson Central 37-8. Last week, or the second week of the season, they went to Scott County and lost 43-6.
Yeah, but I want to be careful when we say all that, because if you look at this Madison Southern team, you look at their first game against Southwestern, they lost. It was a close game at points, but they ended up losing. Then they went to Clark County and did not do anything right if you look at that game, but then came out last week and looked completely different against the team that I thought would be heavily favored. And you just never know about football. This Lafayette team could come out and absolutely surprise everybody. But on paper, it looks like Madison Southern would be favored for this game.
That's the thing about football, right? It's not a round ball. You can't ever tell which way it's going to bounce, and we're seeing that so far this season. Game time temperature brought to you by Madison HVAC. 82 degrees, a little bit warmer than we've seen. The last 3 weeks, we've had rainy scenarios where the temperatures dropped and every game's been played in the 70s. This is going to be a little bit warmer, and we've already seen cramping problems.
Yeah, and it's unusual not having a lightning delay. The game's supposed to start at 7:30, but we've not been starting until 8:15 or so. So
yeah, I'm thinking I don't see a cloud in the sky. So if lightning happens, that's really going to be on you.
It really is a beautiful night out here. 82 degrees. It is football time.
And that temperature brought to you by Madison HVAC. Don't take your heating and air unit for granted. Trust Madison HVAC to take care of what's keeping your family cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Visit MadisonHVAC.com to learn more. We are going to take about a 3-minute break and be back with more pregame coverage. John Bailey and Jamie Boggs here on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Ethel County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see you.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking to fill several positions now. The pay is great along with a long list of benefits and incentives, but the relationships created on the job are one thing that can't be taken for granted.
It allowed me to kind of gather in that family feel, the feel of camaraderie along with my fellow officers, and to get to know people as to see them flourish in their career, and to be an opportunity to try to help them along the way to share my experiences.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
Whether you're in the market for a brand new Chevrolet, you're looking for a pre-owned quality vehicle, or your family car is in need of service by our GM certified technician, Jack Burford has what you need. Come to Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond for all of your automotive needs. Family owned and operated since 1964, Jack Burford Chevrolet is your hometown Chevrolet dealership. Check us out at jackburford.com or come in and see us today. We are located on the EKU bypass across the street from Walmart.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Do you have dripping registers like this? Drywall issues like this? High humidity can cause a very uncomfortable and sometimes damaging environment. It doesn't matter the age of your system. Improper installation and sizing are the failure. Here at Madison HVAC, we look at your home as a complete system, not just the pieces of equipment attached to your house. Give us a call today at 859-625-1471 so we can provide your solution. And remember, we fix that too.
Welcome back to Lexington, Kentucky, as the Lafayette Generals play host to the Madison Southern Eagles of Berea. With John Bailey, I'm Jamie Boggs here, and the pregame show brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. John, like we said earlier, both teams looking to lose their O. They're looking to get on the board, get in that win column. And I'll start out by talking about some keys to the game for each team, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet at the Eastern Bypass in Richmond. Visit jackburford.com to see the entire inventory. I think the key for Madison Southern is going to be line play. We saw a really strong outing for the offensive and defensive line in the first half against Southwestern. Against George Rogers Clark, it seemed like the line may as well have been warm butter. Not a lot. It wasn't holding anything back on either side. Last week, the line played its butt off on both sides of the ball. So if this line comes out and plays, I think Southern's both going to be able to move the ball and to allow the rest of their defense to make plays. For Lafayette, I think the keys to the game is just going to be on offense, not only trying to score the ball, which is obviously the goal, but to stay on the field, avoid turnovers, avoid 3 and outs, because the more that they keep their defense on the field, the harder it's going to be for them to really slow Southern down and to keep up in this ball game.
Yeah, I think they need to establish their run game, and they need to be able to not depend so heavily on the passing game and spread things out a little bit. Yeah, I think that's the keys to the game, man.
Yeah, I mean, just looking out here in warm-ups and watching quarterback Matt King throw, he throws a very pretty football, and obviously we got some receivers that can catch. It's going to be a good test here for Madison Southern secondary. But, John, who are the big players you're looking to watch? Who are the superstars you're hoping step up today?
Yeah, I'm looking at 3 players in particular on offense for Madison Southern. I'm really looking at Ethan Woods. He's done really well this year as a new quarterback to this system, brand new starting quarterback. We'll see how he's able to get the ball out of his hands tonight. And then really there are 2 playmakers that I really like to watch. Juan Rodriguez is leading the rushing game, 119 yards for the season, 28 attempts. They really like to go to him now that Whitehead is out for the season with the injury. Also, you got Jashawn Etheridge, who is their receiving star. He's got 250 yards for the season, 3 touchdowns. Cade Sullivan is another young man that I love to watch on offense. He's a spectacular playmaker. He has wheels. He can get out in perimeter and open space and just really drop it down a gear and take off. Actually was able to talk to him a little bit after last week's game. Got a quote from him about how he felt his team was going into this week. He said, "I think we prepared well this week. After a heartbreaking loss, we were fired up to come back at it tonight and turn the season around. I think everyone's bought into what we're trying to do and that people are going to see a new Madison Southern coming tonight and the game that follows." And then he said about him in particular, "Today is my late father's birthday, who passed away 2 years ago. So to say I'm locked in is an understatement. I'm ready to ball out for the win for my brothers and my teammates. Go Eagles." So just personally, I hope Sullivan has the game of his life coming off his father's tragic death 2 years ago.
It sounds like he's ready to run through a wall, as it looks like Southern's ready to go. That was tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, just like all the many players John mentioned there for Madison Southern. Ethan Woods, Jashawn Etheridge, Cade Sullivan,
Juan Rodriguez. Sorry, if you need me to just do 1 star, you need to tell me, because there's a lot of folks on this team.
It's a Star Watch, not a Stars Watch. Just like they are going to be big for their team, like Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance, on Facebook to learn more. Injury report. Huge deal, right? This is courtesy of Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy. Get yourself back in the game with help from Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy. Visit osptky.com for more info. I feel like I need some support after walking up these bleachers to the press box. But, John, this was a major factor last week in Southern versus Madison Central, but it continues to be a factor for Southern as they're missing who was probably going to be their primary rusher.
Yeah, Stephen Whitehead. He's only played in 2 games this season. He was out last week against the in-state or the in-county rival. He's rushed the ball 26 times, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns scored. So yeah, to go without him is an understatement, man. He's a big body to bring down. We would see him get hit at the line of scrimmage, take off 5 tacklers before he was able to get some more yards, man. He was a beast to bring down, and they definitely are going to miss him out there.
Aiden Lilly continues to be out as well with a hamstring injury. And we saw Cade Sullivan, you mentioned him earlier, at the end of last week's game, was kind of banged up, came off the field every couple plays. It seemed to me that it was just a really physical game, and he was kind of beat up. Not any injury really of note there that we know of, right?
Yeah, I feel like that was the case. I saw him before the game getting taped up, as many players do, and he seemed fine. Last week was physical, and not only is he a star to watch on offense, Jamie, but he's out there on defense too, so the guy's not getting any breaks. He was also the punter, but we saw a new punter come in last week that really impressed me. I don't know what you thought, but, special teams, a little bit understated. That can really make the difference in a game when you're talking about field position and maybe even some turnovers you weren't expecting.
Well, I think if you talk to the coaching staff from last week, it may have made all the difference. As going into overtime, it was in overtime because there was a PAT that was blocked for Madison Southern. Avery Davidson came in, and he looked great kicking the ball. He made every extra point that he got to attempt, aside from the one that was blocked. Also made a field goal in overtime, so he kicked the ball really well. But that one blocked PAT is what ultimately led to the game being in overtime, which I think really plays a big deal into why special teams is so important here. Just to mention some of our other sponsors, we were so thankful for them helping us get these games on the air. CT Diesel Performance, Galaxy Bowling Center, Maria Urgent Care, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Raider, Mayo and Hornsby, Bluegrass Marble and Granite, Chenault Vineyard, Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Batteries Unlimited, Fayette County Corrections, Nuevo Vallarta, Whitaker Bank, Berea Ace Hardware, and Madison County EMA CSEP, all great sponsors that sponsor our coverage of these athletes that we like to highlight every week. We're going to take another 3-minute break and come back for the final part of our pregame coverage here on WBON TV.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Chenault Vineyards has become a premier destination in Richmond for family and friends looking for fun and entertainment. The vineyard sits on 500 acres with breathtaking views and several different things for you to enjoy while you're there. Live music, tastings, tours, a walking trail, or maybe you'd like to host your own event at the vineyard. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to check out the complete list of upcoming events. Like them on Facebook to stay informed, or like Chenault Vineyards on Instagram.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
I'm Richmond City Commissioner Mike Brewer, and I'd like to tell you about the proven progress and facts. While in office, we opened the Active Living Center, the Millstone Park, which led to the annual Millstone Festival. By working together, we've achieved a great deal in our city by keeping our tax dollars down and not creating new tactics. We've been under budget for the last 4 years while also increasing wages. With 20 years of experience in city government, I'm once again asking for your vote to continue moving Richmond forward. I'm Mike Brewer, number 1 on the ballot.
Looking for some fun this fall? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or, if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Bar and Grill has you covered every Tuesday, starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
And we're back here in Lexington, Kentucky at Lafayette High School. You can see over the tree line Commonwealth Stadium, the home of the Kentucky Wildcats. We'll take on the Florida Gators tomorrow, but we've got our own showdown here tonight as the Lafayette Generals are going to play host to the Madison Southern Eagles in week 4 of this high school season. John, I feel like this is flying by.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that when I was a student playing high school football that the season flew by, but now that I'm an adult, man, I can't believe we're almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, it's insane. You look at the schedule. Madison Southern opens up with Southwestern. They go to an electric GRC offensive team, and then regional contender Madison Central is such a heavy slate to open the season. Still trying to pick up their first win. And we mentioned it earlier. They may be at a point now where they can turn a corner to focus on themselves. You mentioned talking to Cade Sullivan earlier and him talking about the team really buying into what they're doing. And I think that's important anytime you get a new coach. And it takes time, right? It's always going to take time. It's not an automatic thing that happens. But this team seems to be buying into the offensive scheme. We saw them throw the ball and have success doing so a little bit more last week. Do you think we'll see even more passing today?
I do. I think it will be a pretty balanced attack by Coach Payne. I think it will be a good, strong running game. But I think I do look for Ethan Woods to pass it on the perimeters. You mentioned they're 0-3 right now, Southern is, but you look at the next part of their schedule, and it doesn't seem as heavy-handed. So I love the attitude that Sullivan talked about with the team, that they're really trying to make something of the season. And just because you start off 0-3 doesn't mean it's doom and gloom and all is lost. I mean, they can turn this ship around and make something out of it.
That's why they make sports movies, right? There's always a chance to turn things around. There's always a chance to make something of your season down the stretch. I mean, you get to the playoffs, it's survive and advance. It doesn't matter necessarily what your record is going into it. It matters who you are, where you are as a team. Stephen Whitehead's talked about hopefully he'll be healthy by the time that the postseason runs around. So still a lot of upside here as we're on the pregame show on WBON TV with John Bailey. I'm Jamie Boggs. This game presented to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond, and the pregame show brought to you by Citizens Guarantee Bank, where your accounts are as close as your phone. Bank anywhere, 24/7. Check your balance, deposit checks wherever you want, transfer funds and more with the MyCGB app. Go to mycgb.com to learn more here in the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Whenever you're ready to choose your next ride, visit gatewaycycles.com. As we have the captains coming out to the center of the field for the coin toss, getting ready to get this game rocking and rolling, as I literally feel the press booth shaking right now.
Yeah, a lot of energy in the stands. We got here fairly early, but man, I tell you what, the crowd has showed up. We got the student section right below us, jumping and rocking and rolling, and that's why we're bouncing around up here.
It really is. And like we said, the last few weeks, the weather's been pretty poor, so for it to be an absolutely gorgeous night, again, not to jinx anything, no clouds in the sky, so it should be a beautiful night of football here, and the fans certainly have come out to support that as we kind of monitor who's going to win this coin toss here. Just below the camera there is a helmet where Lafayette's going to be coming out. Lafayette won the toss and will accept the football and try to get going offensively. And we got about 2 minutes before kickoff, so we're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back right in time for kickoff here on WBON TV.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
And we're back here on WBON TV, brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond at Lafayette High School, as we prepare for kickoff as they take on the Madison Southern Eagles. Week 4 of the season, the Eagles come into the game 0-3 after a heartbreaking loss last week to Madison Central. Lafayette comes in 0-2, having had to forfeit last week's game due to illness. Looks like everybody's healthy and ready to go today as the Generals prepare to receive the opening kickoff. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey and his binoculars. What's up, John?
Hey, I was trying to get a sneak peek of who's back there. I feel like we're a million miles away from the field tonight, so pulled out the binoculars. Thanks for giving people a peek sneak into how the sausage is made, man.
Corbin Kimball about to kick off for the Eagles. He's going to kick it to the deep left side. It's going to be returned by Eric Pierre-Louis. He's going to catch some breaks and be brought down around the 33-yard line. Pierre-Louis has their most carries of anybody on this Generals team with 11 carries so far, negative 18 yards on the season. Can be taking snaps for the Generals today is Matt King. Fantastic quarterback name, John.
That is a great quarterback name, dude, but we'll see what he can do tonight. I look for them to start out the ball passing. What do you think?
Absolutely. As the offense has struggled to get going. Had much more success through the air than they have on the ground. Got 2 wideouts to the right. Pierre-Louis coming in motion. It's going to be handed off up the middle to number 20, and he's going to get about 2 yards. That was Jackson Stevens, currently the leading rusher on this team. We're going to come up with the 2nd and 8.
had to do a little stutter step to find a hole. There wasn't much movement up front on the line, so he didn't really have a hole to hit, and he was hit almost immediately by Madison Southern's strong defensive line.
There was some confusion in the backfield. He ran into Pierre Lewis as they were exchanging the football there, looking to the sideline, side end to the left, as well as an up back. Two receivers to the right. Pierre Lewis goes in motion. He's going to cut back outside. It's going to be a middle screen pass, and it's picked off.
It is picked off.
It's picked off by Madison Southern. It's going to go back their way. Zach Smith with a great play on the football there. Looked like they tried to throw a middle screen, and King just overthrew his receiver, and Smith was there waiting to pick the ball off. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. That's a great start for this defense.
It is a great start and a great starting position. They're going to be on the 42-yard line, have a short field to try to get a Eagles touchdown on the board.
Madison Southern, known for running the ball, is coming out with trips to the left, doubles to the right. And Ethan Woods is joined in the backfield by Juan Rodriguez. Now doubles each way. Rodriguez up the middle. He's got a hole. He's going to cut back. He's wrapped up, taking some shots, going to fall forward for about a 2-yard gain.
I tell you, he earned that 2 yards too, because I think he got hit by about 7 defenders on that play.
Yeah, there was somebody wrapped around his ankles at the line of scrimmage there, so it was tough for him to get going, but you keep your feet churning and good things happen. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Still in that doubles formation.
They started out with an empty backfield, but looks like they're going to change that up a little bit this play.
Looks to pass. Over to the left, Jay-Sean Etheridge makes the catch, and he's going to be swarmed by a host of Generals and only going to get about a gain of 1.
Yeah, tried to do a little, what is it called, a stiff arm there, but he was immediately wrapped up by about 7 or 8 guys on that play.
We're looking at about 3rd and 6 here as the Eagles are splitting off trips to the right side. Cade Sullivan, Jay-Sean Etheridge, and Ethan Moore out there. Over on the left is Keaton Lopez. Juan Rodriguez still in the backfield in the pistol formation. Steps up to the side of Woods. He's going to roll out to the right, looking to the flats, and he's going to be picked off.
Starting the game with 2 picks. 2 offensive drives and 2 picks.
Looks to Etheridge. He's going to end up throwing the ball short, and that was a great interception by Felix Brady to give the ball back to the Generals at their own 33-yard line.
Got to give a little credit to the Generals' defensive line there. They had some guys up in Ethan Woods' face, putting a little pressure on Woods, and pass got away from him on that one.
Yeah, they really tried to run that flood play where you're kind of running receivers at every level. You have somebody in the flats, you have somebody 10 and out, you have somebody a little deeper, and Woods just couldn't get it over the defender to get it to Etheridge. King's going to hand it off up the middle. That's going to be to Jackson Stevens for about another 2-yard gain.
We had a Southern player in the backfield on that one, unable to wrap both arms around him and get him to the ground, but he was taken down after a couple-yard gain.
2nd and 8 Generals. They have Pierre Lewis out to the left.
Offense looking to the sidelines for the play. Do they have the armband guys like Southern has?
Kevin and Murray to the right. No, they have 3 people giving signals, but they do not have the same colorful armbands. Number 9, Mariah Jarber, is going to go in motion, but they're going to hand off to Stevens again, and he's going to get near the first down marker with a gain of about 8.
What a big gain on that one. That was a great way to move the ball and make a short 3rd and manageable here.
Kevin Murray is now split to the left. Jarber out to the right. And Pierre Lewis is in the backfield. For a 3rd and 1 for the Generals on their own 42-yard line. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter at Lafayette High School. We'll see if they go to the air on 3rd and short. They hand it off up the middle to Pierre Lewis, and he's going to lose yards.
Great defensive play by number 36, Jamie. He was in the backfield untouched all the way for a tackle for loss for the Southern Eagles.
And we mentioned it before the game. Pierre Lewis leads this team in carries, yet he is now at negative 20 yards on the season. Just can't seem to get anything going. A lot of penetration there by the Southern defense as the punt team for Lafayette comes out on the field.
I mean, kudos to the defense. They've been out there a lot already today. Offense didn't do me any favors by getting that turnover, but they made the stop when they needed to on a short 3rd and 1.
Sullivan and Etheridge back deep to receive the punt. They're at the 40-yard line. It's about a 4th and 3. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility to consider a fake here. I don't think we'll see it, but it's something to keep an eye on. And the punt is up. It's a good kick. Sullivan's going to settle under it. No fair catch call. 2 people on him. He's going to break free, get up the middle, try to cut back to the left. He's going to be tackled from behind by Darian Kesner. It was a really good cut back there by Sullivan to get away from the defenders in front of him, but the pursuit from behind is what ultimately brought him down.
Yeah, Kesner saved that play. Sullivan is a kid who can take off if he has the ball in open space. Kesner from a come-from-behind tackle. You don't see that very often, but he did a great job.
Especially on Sullivan, and Southern's going to take off from their own 34-yard line. Got doubles to the right, 2 running backs in the backfield. Etheridge is going to go in motion behind the quarterback. They're going to hand it off to Sullivan around the right end, and he's going to have some room to run. Another hurdle like we saw last week. He's going to get a first down as he's going to rush for about 12 yards.
We saw that hurdle last week, Jamie. Is your arm okay? Because I
check out that hurdle on the replay there. That is a patented move now from Cade Sullivan.
Yeah, they need to get that boy his own T-shirt because that is a move that he has perfected last week and this week.
Thank you for not hitting me, John. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Eagles. Sullivan goes in motion. They're going to give it to Rodriguez up the middle, and he's got room. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's off to the races. Kesner's approaching him from the back. He's not going to be able to bring him down. Rodriguez is going to fall into the end zone for a 50-yard run. Give him 6.
Wow. How many people tried to tackle him on that play? What an amazing run.
Look at this replay, and that last tackle, Kesner, again, saved a long tackle early, and then number 21 comes in at the end, and it finally brings him down.
He would not be denied. I love to see it.
Rumble, big man rumble. That's a lot of what we saw from Stephen Whitehead in week 1 as Madison Southern takes the 6-0 lead here at Lafayette High School with just under 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It looks like they're going to line up and go for 2.
Yeah, it looks like the normal offense we saw last week. We saw the weird hinge play. Do you remember that on special teams?
Oh, they're doing that again. So they could potentially reset and kick it. The line's going to move over. And we're going to throw a flag. As the line went to get in position, the defense moved. So that's going to be a offside. Going to get them halfway to the goal. Put you on about the half-yard line, John.
Yeah, and that makes it a little easier if you are going to go for 2 to run it up the middle with Rodriguez and try to get 2 more points on the board.
Jackson Chambers in at what I think would be the holder position. Ethan Woods snapping the ball. Keaton Lopez out to the right, Ethan Moore to the left. A lot of things can happen here. Still in that hinge formation. They're going to hike it over to Preston Williams, and he's going to drive it in behind the offensive line.
Great offensive possession there by the Southern Eagles, and they get up 8 early against the Lafayette Generals, 8-0.
We're going to change possessions here, and we're going to take a 1-minute break to recharge. Thanks to Batteries Unlimited. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WBON TV.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond.
Being prepared for various types of disasters is one of the best ways to ensure the safety of your family, friends, and community. The Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program is here and ready to support community emergency response. For how to be prepared, make emergency kits, know your zone, and shelter-in-place information, contact EMA CSEP at 624-4787 or visit madisoncountyky.us/EMA. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Back at Lafayette High School and WBON TV, brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey. as the Madison Southern Eagles lead the Lafayette Generals 8-0 with 6 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Generals are going to take possession at their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, the Southern Eagles did what I would call a squib kick. Would you call that?
Yeah, I think that's accurate. It wasn't really an onside kick, but no real chance of a return, and it was down on the 32. Matt Keene in the backfield. Pierre Lewis is going to catch a swing pass in the flat. He's going to cut it up. Nice little move there, but he's brought down on the corner by Cade Sullivan for about an 8-yard gain.
That play's been open all night. They looked like they were going to be going to it a couple of times, but they did it this time for a decent gain, make it a 2nd and short. Is this where you take a shot downfield, Jamie? Because if you don't make it, you have a 3rd and manageable here. I think I would take a pretty big swing down the field. What do you think?
Generally, I think that's a good idea, but we've seen the Generals have trouble running the football, and they're going to try to run it around the end there and get no yardage.
Yeah, I don't think they got any. If anything, I think they might have lost a yard on that play.
Pharrell Thurman tried to go around left end on that jet sweep and just couldn't get anything going. So if you can't move the ball on the ground, it's really easy for that defense to key in on what you're doing, and that seems to be happening so far. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Generals.
If you're the Generals here, you need to find a way to get this first down, get the ball moving downfield. If not even putting a score on the field, at least giving them some better field position defensively.
And giving your defense a break. They've been on the field quite a bit. They fake that swing pass, and they're going to look deep. Matt King's got his man. Cade Sullivan goes up and is able to knock it down for an incomplete pass. That was a nicely thrown ball to Kevin Amuri, but he wasn't able to go up over Sullivan and get it. That was well defended.
I was looking for flags in the area to make sure there was no laundry on the field. Man, that was a point from last week's game. If Madison Southern can come out here and play clean ball, that would be a much improved team from last week. How many penalties? I wish we had that in front of us.
You know, I think it would be easier for us to count the number of plays that did not have penalties from last week. It was a very emotional game.
At one point, we had a 30-yard penalty called against us for 2 unsportsmanlikes.
Jack Ackerman set to punt for the Generals from their 39-yard line. Cade Sullivan and Jay-Sean Etheridge back deep to receive the kick for Southern. 5.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. The punt is up. Jay-Sean Etheridge is going to catch it. I heard a whistle.
I did hear whistles, but it was one of those things last week. We had an inadvertent whistle, and I thought that maybe was what I was hearing.
I did hear a whistle. It felt like it came in during the snap, like while the ball was in the air. I think they're just going to line up and re-kick. Not sure what the actual whistle was for. Doesn't seem to be a penalty. That was a practice punt.
I don't know what happened there other than the ref blew a whistle maybe when he wasn't supposed to.
Ackerman's got a nice leg. It's been putting the boot to it. High snap. He's going to get it and be able to get it away. It's going to go to Jay-Sean Etheridge, and he's got room to run. He's going to break around the left end. Holding penalty probably. So no matter what happens, it's likely coming back. And Etheridge is going to be taken down around the Generals' 49-yard line. I think that's going to come way back, John.
Yeah, that flag was through pretty early when he caught the ball, so I would imagine this one is coming back for a holding penalty.
Waiting for confirmation from the man in the white hat. Indeed, a hold going against Madison Southern. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the penalty, so they're going to be taking over around the 25-yard line to try to add another score to the board. Again, 5 minutes, 12 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Madison Southern with the ball and an 8-point lead after an impressive run by Juan Rodriguez to get them on the board in their last possession.
Yeah, let's see what they can do this time on offense. They have a lot longer to go. They've got about 30 or 40 more yards to tack onto this drive to put points on the board.
This is the first time that Lafayette's really had decent field position, even defensively. Spent most of the rest of the first quarter on their half of the field. So for them getting a stop here could be huge. Got doubles to the right. Juan Rodriguez up beside Ethan Woods, and he's going to take it up the middle again. Hit, and he's going to break another tackle. He's going to break another one, and he's going to be brought down after a 15-yard game. Juan Rodriguez refuses to go down.
He's fired up tonight. Do we have that instant replay on that run?
You see him go up the middle. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, break at least 2 tackles before getting gang tackled around the 42.
I call that yak, yards after contact. And, boy, he's done a really good job tonight so far.
Cade Sullivan in the backfield now. Ethan Moore and Jay-Sean Etheridge out to the right. Ethan Woods takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Sullivan up the middle, and he's got a seam as well, and he breaks it to the sideline. It's a foot race, and he's going to find his way into the end zone for another Madison Southern touchdown. You can see once he hit that seam going up the middle, there was no catching him. He hit the sideline and never looked back, and the Eagles lead 14-0 with 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
What a great run by Madison Southern's Cade Sullivan. We do have laundry on the field, Jamie.
That is in the end zone. A lot of times that could mean an excessive celebration or something of the like. The official is coming to tell us what he believes happened. What's the call? Unsportsmanlike conduct going against the Generals. Going against Southern.
Psych.
He faked us out.
Pointed at the Generals first and then quickly changed his mind. Yeah, it looked like there was a party in the end zone. But why not? Sullivan on a heck of a run there.
It will be enforced on the kickoff and will not impact the extra point try here as we see that hinge formation once again. It's going to be snapped to Chambers, who's going to go for the option and ultimately fall into the end zone, taking it himself. 16-0 lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be right back here on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continue to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking to fill several positions now. The pay is great along with a long list of benefits and incentives, but the relationships created on the job are one thing that can't be taken for granted.
It allowed me to kind of gather in that family feel, the feel of camaraderie along with my fellow officers, and to get to know people as to see them flourish in their career, and to be an opportunity to try to help them along the way to share my experiences.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
We're back here at Lafayette High School. Madison Southern leads the Generals 16-0, 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Kicking off from their own 25, doing an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the score. Deep kick there. Pierre Lewis is going to fumble it. He's going to have to pick it up and get going again. A very dangerous return man, and he's going to try to get to the edge. He does. He is going to be brought down by number 10, Braden Hall, but not before delivering a blow there to the freshman.
Yeah, good job, Braden Hall. That was a great stop. He was met earlier, again, the arm tackles. We got to get those boys wrapped up when we hit them.
1st and 10 for the Generals at the 35-yard line. Looking to get past midfield for the first time this game. Matt King takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking left, and he's going to throw it into the hands of Pharrell Thurman for it to be dropped. Mentioned his name earlier. Thurman has been the primary target for King, who's Thurman almost has 200 receiving yards on the season. Couldn't hang on to that one there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Generals as they look over to get the call. Jackson Stevens in the backfield with Matt King. Stevens is going to go on a swing route. They're going to throw a screen, but it's not there, and he's going to be sacked.
Wow, what a great defensive stance by Madison Southern, and what a awful loss of yards for the Generals.
Looking for that screen pass there, and it wasn't there, and he held on to it, and Preston Williams took him down. Preston Williams showing that he can run the football last week, but also made so many big defensive plays for this Madison Southern front.
You know, it's hard to think on your feet sometimes, but when you get in that position, Jamie, you cannot take that kind of loss. You've got to get outside the tackle box. You got to throw that ball away and help your offense out.
Yeah, and that's in that screen scenario, you can throw it to the ground right in front of the receiver, but you're right. It's hard to make that decision when people are chasing and you're scared for your life. And he's going to hit that screen pass to Jackson Stevens for a loss of another 2 yards, and we're looking at a 4th and 22 situation for the Generals.
Yeah, this is one of those you just hope to get out of there, punt the ball away, and go back to the sideline, regroup, and try to find another game plan. But, I mean, it's not that big of a loss if you're able to throw it away there. But pretty hard 4th down here for the Generals.
They look like they're going to punt it away again. Jack Ackerman on the field to put the boot into it. Etheridge and Cade Sullivan back deep for the Eagles as they lead 16-0 here in the first quarter. Just under 3 minutes left till we change sides of the field. The punt is up, and it's a good kick. Sullivan's going to step up. Whoop. He and Etheridge did not communicate. Both went for it, and Sullivan's brought down as soon as he catches it around the 42-yard line.
Sullivan had his eyes already on the end zone, I think, on that one. Those boys needed to call it like they were doing a pop-up in baseball,
That's what
Jamie.
I was going to say. As a baseball coach, it's hard enough to get guys to call the ball. I can't imagine if there's a touchdown that's in the horizon that they're going to be unselfish enough to let somebody else grab that.
Again, I talked to Sullivan before the game. Not only is he playing hard for his teammates to get the first win, but personally, after losing his dad 2 years ago, he's playing for him today on what would have been his dad's birthday.
Ethan Woods is going to look deep. He's got Etheridge. Etheridge
lets
it go through his hands.
In and out of the hands of Etheridge. Jamie, I think if he catches that ball, reels it in, it's another Southern touchdown.
I think he walks into the end zone if he comes down with that one. Definitely had his man beat. Perfect throw there by Woods, and we continue to see him improve week after week throwing the football.
Really impressed with the young man's, like you said, each and every week he's improved, and this is his first year having the reins of this offense, and he's done a tremendous job, even though the scoreboards haven't reflected dubs.
Ian Woods and Zach Smith out to the left, Ethan Moore out to the right. Going to hand it up to Cade Sullivan up the middle. He's going to find a seam and get near a first down to the 50-yard line. We're going to be looking at a 3rd and 2 for the Eagles.
Yeah, great 9-yard run. That's a great second down play. And, man, he hit that hole low and was able to come up with a huge gain on second down.
A lot of times if you do that, then you're gonna find the space that you're looking for, and we'll see if they can convert the first down here. Sullivan's still in the backfield, and he's going to get it again off right tackle. He's going to be brought down. Oh,
that ball came out. That ball came out as he was going to the ground, and that's going to be a turnover. First down, Generals.
Sullivan was very pancaked after that initial hit. He's going to be jumped on top of there, and that's going to pop the ball loose. It's going to be Generals football at the 45-yard line. We mentioned penalties killing them last week and trying to play a clean game. Turnovers may be even worse, John.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in the first quarter, Jamie. We've got about 2 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock, and already 2 turnovers for the Southern Eagles.
They still lead 16-0 here as the Generals try to get on the board. Trips to the right, wide receiver to the left. They're going to hand off up the middle to Pierre Lewis. He's going to look for some room to run and be brought down after about a 4-yard gain.
There's a flag on the play, Jamie. I saw a pretty massive hold by the offensive line. I think this one's coming back a few yards.
It is in that area, and it is going to be a hold against the Lafayette Generals. It's going to bring up a 1st and 20. So we'll replay that down.
We had number 24 for Southern Eagles that was able to get in the backfield, get a hand on the running back, but he was pulled away from behind from an offensive lineman.
Braden Kelly, we saw him make a few stops in big moments last week as well. Matt King set to take the snap for the Generals in the pistol formation. He's going to hand it off to the right side, and he's going to cut it back to the left. He's going to find some room to run. A lot of room. He breaks some tackles. That's number 5, Des Hunley with the run. Great cutback. If you watch him cut back into the vision and breaking tackles, Southern going for the legs there. Did not wrap up as they should have. That's a first down for the Generals, and for the first time this game, they have the football in Madison Southern territory with 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Jamie, if they can establish the run game like that, I mean, that's really going to open some things up for them.
That's huge for them, and he really broke loose before you could wrap him up around the line of scrimmage, and they're going to go back to it, and he's going to cut up the middle, get behind those big guys and try to find some space, and he does it. He gets hit hard and brought down after about a 6-yard gain, but he is seeming to find his flow as a runner in this offense. Again, that's Des Hunley.
Got to give credit where credit is due.
Hanley.
Offensive line making some holes for the boy, and he's hitting them, and that's going to be another first down.
1st and 10 on the 30-yard line of the Madison Southern Eagles. If you're Madison Southern, you've really been keying on the pass game. I think you're going to have to watch the run a little more closely. Looks like Hanley's taking a break, and Jackson Stevens back in at running back. Wide receiver split to the right and doubles to the left. Got motion going back across the field. Handoff to Stevens up the middle, and he's stuck at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. We'll see where they spot it. May just be for no gain, and we're going to get a 2nd and 10.
Tried to go back to the same play, but just did not get the push, did not get the ball where it needed to be on that one. But, man, I tell you what, impressive drive here early on in this series.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break thanks to Batteries Unlimited. We'll be back right here with more coverage on WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence, to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Do you have dripping registers like this? Drywall issues like this? High humidity can cause a very uncomfortable and sometimes damaging environment. It doesn't matter the age of your system. Improper installation and sizing are the failure. Here at Madison HVAC, we look at your home as a complete system, not just the pieces of equipment attached to your house. Give us a call today at 859-625-1471 so we can provide your solution. And remember, we fix that too.
Back to WBON TV coverage brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond as we start the second quarter here at Lafayette High School. Madison Southern Eagles currently lead 16-0 after breaking a couple long runs earlier in the game, and for the first time the Generals are marching down the field.
Hanley back in the game, so you got to watch this rushing attack here by the Generals on this 2nd and 10.
Of course, we haven't seen every game this year, but it seems for the most part that Lafayette may have found their guy as far as the running back position. Hanley's in the pistol formation. They're going to fake it to him, roll out to the right, pass to the flats. Ackerman's going to come out with a catch. He's going to be brought down after about a 2-yard gain.
I like that play, Jamie, the fake to Hanley. I mean, with him back in the game, you kind of expect it to go to him, and the quarterback sold the fake. Got a great pass off to Ackerman.
Hanley only had 3 rush attempts before this game, so it seems like he's finally getting his chance, and he's taking advantage of it here. He's broken a couple long runs. But now we're looking at a 3rd and 7 for the Generals. Matt King's going to take the snap and hand off back on a trap to Hanley. He breaks a couple tackles. Very shifty, looking for open field. He's going to break it to the outside, and he's going to get close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to come up short. If we look at the replay, you can see he continues to just break tackles, can't catch it. You get a hold of him, and he slips out of it before he's finally knocked out of bounds there. It's going to be a 4th and 1 for the Generals.
If I'm the defensive line coach for Madison Southern, I'm going to remember that play. It's going to be brought up in my team meetings, and I'm going to choose some boys out for not wrapping up and bringing the ball carrier to the ground, Jamie.
Yeah, give Hanley some credit. He's come in and he's been shifty enough to keep the defense on their toes, and now they're in a spot where they have got to stop the Generals from getting a half a yard here as they bring in a jumbo set. First time we see Mac King under center, power I set to the left, wide receiver to the left, and they're going to give it up the middle for what appears to be a first down run. I believe that was Dane Washington that got the carry.
I do believe he got enough, and they are going to have to move the chains for a Generals first down.
It was Jackson Stevens with the carry once again. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Eagles. The Generals trying to cut into the 16-0 lead, just under 11 minutes left here in the first half at Lafayette High School in Lexington. Going to stay in that power I. Not had a ton of success running the football, but they're going to keep trying. Pierre Lewis is going to give a sweep to the left, cut it back off tackle, and he's going to get all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This is a great design play for him. I do want to say, if you watch Hanley, if we have the replay, Hanley right there putting up some good blocks for his teammate.
Good kick out block there, and these running backs are just hitting the holes full speed. And when you do that, you're going to find the seams. And now we see Madison Southern with their backs against the wall. Will they be able to bend and not break? I formation for the Generals. King is going to hand off to Pierre Lewis, and he is going to get down to the 1-yard line. They're looking for the touchdown signal, but they're not going to get it. But they're going to have 3 more tries. It is 2nd and goal for the Lafayette Generals. Just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half. Official timeout called. Injured player down on the field.
We've got a General down.
John, what's different here? We've seen the Generals in their first 3 to 4 drives really struggled to move the football, and now they seem to be moving at will on this Madison Southern defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it right, man. I think they found their man in Hanley. I think that is a young man. You can look at his body language. He wants it tonight, and they've given him the ball, given him the chance, and he is taking advantage of it. If you're the Southern Eagles, you got to go talk to your defense and say, look, you're getting your hand on the guy, wrap him up and put him down.
And like we talked about earlier, I mean, they came out and expected the pass, and now just like we saw with Southwestern in week 1 where they changed formations and changed quarterbacks, we've seen this Generals team go from spread shotgun, spread pistol formations to power I football.
And what that's going to do, Jamie, is that is going to open up this passing game, which I know they have. So don't be surprised if they're able to put some points on the board, not only on the ground, but throwing it in the air as well.
Hanley, the deep back in this power I. 2 tight ends now. Everybody's in the box. They're going to hand it to Hanley. He's stuck in the backfield. What a hit by Cade Sullivan on that handoff. He hits Hanley just as soon as he gets the football and sticks him for a 2-yard loss. And now we're looking at 3rd and goal from the 3. I just saw John Bailey looking at the monitor for the replay through his binoculars.
I don't have my glasses on, Jamie. You don't have to talk about everything.
I need everybody to know that he could not even see the monitor without his binoculars.
I didn't have my trifocals on, Jamie. Why do you got to give a guy a hard time?
Same formation. They're going to go sweep left to Hanley. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's finally wrapped up and tackled for no gain.
I mean, I hate to sound like an old defensive line coach, but it really does make all the difference in the world when you're able to wrap them up and take them to the ground.
Maybe they heard you. That's going to be a timeout called by the Generals. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll take it with them thanks to Batteries Unlimited. We'll be back here on WBON TV.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Back at Lafayette High School here, beautiful shot, that full moon here as the Lafayette Generals have the ball 4th and goal at Madison Southern's 3-yard line. Matt King back to pass. He's going to throw a fade route to Jack Ackerman. It's going to be incomplete, but there are going to be flags coming from every direction. Ackerman turned his body, looked up the ball, and went up for it. And Cade Sullivan was right in his chest, a lot of contact. I think that's an easy call for the officials. Unfortunately, that is going to give Lafayette a fresh set of downs at the 1.5-yard line.
Yeah, I hate to see that. You need to get off the field on 4th down. I mean, give them another set of downs is not what you want to do there.
That's exactly, I think, what you're going for if you are Lafayette, is that's either a touchdown, a penalty, or obviously it could be a turnover, but you're putting yourself in a good position, and they're spread out again. Matt King looks right. He's going to throw it into the end zone, and it's going to be dropped once again by the receiver.
Generals trying to regroup and come back on the field here.
Am I missing something about what a pass interference means? Should that not have been a first down? Because now we have a turnover on downs here. Madison Southern has the ball at their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, I'm a little confused, but we're going to go with it.
Handoff up the middle just to try to get out of the hole. It's really risky if you're backed up into your own end zone to try and throw the ball there. But Madison Southern is going to hand the ball to Juan Rodriguez and get about a 3-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 7.
Jamie, this drive is starting deep in their own territory. It's trying to get the ball out there and try to get some yards between you and a touchback.
Update on Madison Central. They currently lead the South Laurel Cardinals 21-6 in the first quarter down there. Madison Southern trying to add to their 16-0 lead here as Ethan Woods drops back. Pass on an out route. It's going to be complete to Ethan Moore. And good for a Madison Southern first down.
It was a great passing catch there by the Eagles on that play to bring up another first down.
Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the first half as Madison Southern has 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be Juan Rodriguez, and he's going to break it around right end. Hot pursuit on his tail, but he's going to cut back across the field and break a couple tackles. What a run.
What a great play.
That's a 55-yard gain there for Juan Rodriguez. He's going to go up the middle, but then cut it out to the edge and break it up the sideline for a huge gain into General's territory.
I was trying to do some math on my feet, Jamie, and I couldn't count that high that fast, so thank you for having my back.
Sorry, man. You can take your shoes off next time if you need to. So we're going to reset the clock here. Got Ian Woods and Jay-Sean Etheridge out to the left for the Eagles. Cade Sullivan in the backfield. Ethan Moore out to the right. And then we're having Keaton Lopez come in at that up back position.
Clock winding down in the second half. We're about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Doubles to each side in a pistol formation. Southern taking their time getting the play in. Ethan Woods is going to take the snap. He's going to throw a screen pass to Ethan Moore, who's going to catch it and get upfield, break a couple tackles of his own, and he's going to break all the way to the end zone for a Madison Southern touchdown. Again, you talked about it with Madison Southern, but look how many tackles Ethan Moore is going to break here. that really slip screen pass to the wide receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Broke 4 tackles and outran everybody else for a passing touchdown from Ethan Woods to Ethan Moore to push the Southern lead to 22-0.
You know, I think Ethan Moore is a name that we talk about quite a bit. We say his name a lot, and I think maybe next week we need to put him in the players to watch.
He made a couple huge catches last week against Madison Central. We see this hinge formation again. Offensive line is going to move over into a regular formation. It looks like Avery Davidson is making his way over to attempt the PAT. And the snap. Jackson Chambers the hold. The kick is up and good. And Avery Davidson remains perfect on PATs. He gets away. We're going to take a 1-minute break and be back for the rest of the first half here on WBON TV.
Chenault Vineyards has become a premier destination in Richmond for family and friends looking for fun and entertainment. The vineyard sits on 500 acres with breathtaking views and several different things for you to enjoy while you're there. Live music, tastings, tours, a walking trail, or maybe you'd like to host your own event at the vineyard. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to check out the complete list of upcoming events. Like them on Facebook to stay informed, or like Chenault Vineyards on Instagram.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Madison Southern Eagles lead 23-0 here over the Lafayette Generals at Lafayette High School in Lexington. Squib kick there to the Generals to start another possession. It's going to be bobbled by the returner. He's going to pick it up. That's Pierre Lewis, and he's going to find a seam up the sideline. Eventually going to be brought down around Madison Southern's 49. John, we saw the Generals drive the ball all the way down the football field to come up short at the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
Madison Southern has to have a different game plan defensively to keep them at bay.
Southern's incredibly lucky not to have points on the board from their opponent, the Generals here. I mean, we saw them 4th and inches, and then turnover on downs on what we thought was a pass interference call. I'm not sure that we had the right call on that. But nonetheless, Eagles fortunate here to have no points on the board from their opponent.
6.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Matt King under center. Hanley deep in the backfield, and he's going to take a handoff off tackle, going to cut it back up the middle, be brought down after a 2-yard gain.
Madison Southern seems to have the number for Hanley now. He was able to break off a few major runs, but the last few plays here on defense, the Eagles done a pretty good job wrapping him up early and not letting him break away.
That was actually Pierre Lewis cutting up the middle there. Could not get anything going. Going to be 2nd and 8 for the Generals. Such an exciting run there. Last drive from Juan Rodriguez, as well as a great catch and run by Ethan Moore as
stopped in the backfield by number 70.
Caleb Johnson with
Johnson in there.
Tackle.
Well, I'll tell you what, Caleb Johnson's a great young man. He took advantage of COVID year, came back as a 5th-year senior this year, and major contributor on offensive and defensive line with a huge stop to get them deep in their backfield.
Really exciting play, like you can find the excitement at Galaxy Bowling Center. Entertainment for the whole family, bowling, arcade, great food. I want to emphasize that. And
Jamie,
more at Galaxy Bowling Center in Richmond.
I took my young son there this week. They have some of the best pizza in Madison County. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
Well, it's true.
Matt King, 3rd and 11. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look deep to the right, and he's got a man. Ends up throwing short to number 80, DeMarcus Surratt, who had a step on his man, a little bit underthrown, and now we're going to be looking at 4th and 11 for the Generals right at the 50-yard line.
It's could be a nice little 3 and out for the Eagles here. Jamie, those short passes as a cornerback, you played a little cornerback in high school. Those can be dangerous because if your wide receiver takes a step back to come at the ball, you could be easily called for a pass interference on those plays.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a matter of positioning and playing the ball more than you're playing the receiver. But you're right, that can be tough when you're trying to break and potentially break up the pass or get an interception. And we're going to see Jack Ackerman back into punt. It seems like Lafayette does not have enough players on the field. We're looking for that last member of the punt team. And Pierre Lewis is going to come on and take on those responsibilities. 5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter.
A little bit of confusion from the special teams so far. I mean, like you said, maybe getting desperate here. Are we about to see some trickery here from the Generals?
It's really a two-edged sword there, right? Like you can take some chances and try to get back in it, but if it doesn't work, then you shoot yourself further in the foot. They're going to go ahead and punt it. Etheridge is going to make the catch. He's going to be hit immediately and brought down at the 24-yard line.
Ackerman with the boot again on that one. That's going to set up nicely for their defense coming on the field.
He's really done a lot for field position to be able to put the Generals in a better position to hold Southern back. But Southern continues to make noise with those big plays we've seen from Sullivan, from Rodriguez, and there at the end from Ethan Moore. 23-0 they lead, 4:52 remaining in the first half. Rodriguez in the pistol formation with Ethan Woods. Going to take the snap. Woods is going to look left, throw it over the middle to Keaton Lopez. It's going to be a low throw as Jay-Sean Etheridge was cutting on the wheel route there, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
We've got about, 4 minutes, 48 seconds left in this second quarter. I think we might see some more passing attempts here by Ethan Woods to try to get this ball a little bit further downfield and go up another touchdown here.
Doubles to each side, but he's going to hand off to Rodriguez up the middle, which is going to get absolutely nowhere. Maybe fell forward for a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. Yeah, you're up 23-0 and you feel good about yourself, but you can't get comfortable. This is where you got to put the foot on the gas and put this game out of reach, or at least as much as you can before the half. Big 3rd down here for the Eagles. If they're able to get this first down and score again before the half, feel a lot better going into the locker room.
You would, and if I'm not mistaken, they're going to get the ball after the half as well.
Trips to the left. Ethan Woods is looking to the right. Another open receiver. Well defended there by number 2, Darian Kesner, who's made several good defensive plays. Ethan Moore went up and got it, but it was knocked out on his way back down, and Southern is going to bring in their punt team.
Yeah, this was a 3 and out for the Generals. I mean, we've saw 2 3 and outs in a row. Maybe our offenses are getting a little tired. They've been on the field quite a bit tonight.
Southern's going to kick it away. Their first punt of the evening. They have had 2 turnovers and 3 scores. First time they're going to put the boot into it here. Pierre Lewis back deep, who's had some good returns on kickoffs for the Generals here so far. 4:08 remaining in the second half here at Lafayette High School. Coverage brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair Richmond. Very high kick. It's going to come up short and be downed at the 46-yard line of the Generals as they take over. 1st and 10 as Matt King is going to lead his offense back onto the field.
Never too late for the Generals here. I mean, there's definitely some potential. We saw a great drive. Didn't end up in points because of a penalty call, but they are able to move the ball on the Eagles. So this game is definitely nowhere close to being over.
Jackson Stevens in the backfield with King. Jack Ackerman off to the left. 2 wide receivers split to the right of King. He's going to look right, throw a screen pass. It's going to be caught by Kevin Murray, and he's brought down. I think they're going to call him down before the ball came loose.
We've got an injured General down on the ground here. Number 11 is down.
It's Kevin Murray who made the catch there. He got tackled in a very, I don't know, like there are ways that people get tackled and it looks clean, like it's a safe fall. He got kind of wrapped up and tangled up when he went down that time. That's going to ultimately end up being about a 3-yard loss, and we're going to be looking at 2nd and 13 for the Generals. John, the Generals have seen a little bit of success offensively. It seems they've gotten some things going more tonight than they have in previous weeks. If you're them, the last drive was really facilitated mostly out of that power I formation. I know there's just 4 minutes left, but I think it might not be a bad idea to go back to that.
Yeah, it might not be. I think if you were looking at this team on paper, if you're Coach Payne and the defensive crew at Southern, you're expecting them to be pass heavy. So you prepare for that. You have your personnel in there for that. Well, that leads you to an opportunity to work on your rushing game, and they found their guy in Hanley.
Nehemiah Barber in the game, split out to the left, as well as Nasir Andrews and Jack Ackerman. Matt King takes the snap. He's looking left, got a couple slant routes, going to look back right, going to throw it low to Isaac Barrow, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 with 3:38 to go in this second quarter.
Again, Madison Southern leads here at Lafayette High School. 23-0. Relying mostly on the big play to put points on the board.
If you're the Generals here, I mean, you need to put some points on the board. So if I'm coach on this 3rd and 13, I'm trying to get a first down here and trying to get some points on the board before we go into half.
Trying to find Des Hanley over here on the sideline. He really ran through Southern earlier and haven't seen him back on the field. Looking at another screen pass, and it's picked off.
Tipped at the line of scrimmage and picked off by number 24 for the Eagles.
Again, we continue to call his name. That's Braden Kelly. Broken up a couple passes, made a couple big tackles, and that's the second screen pass that has been intercepted by Madison Southern. Normally you think of a screen pass as kind of a safe pass, not only in that it's less likely to be intercepted, but you're going to have your offensive lineman there to protect your runner, and those are 2 of those that have been picked off already.
I tell you, he has been all over the field tonight. What a stud for Madison Southern today, stepping up for his team all over the place.
Ethan Woods joining the backfield in the pistol formation by Juan Rodriguez. Ian Woods out to the left, Jay-Sean Etheridge and Ethan Moore to the right. Juan Rodriguez is going to get up the middle. Big hole's going to be opened up, and he's going to continue to break the tackles and carry the pile for what looks like a Madison Southern first down.
I think at some point in this play, about 10 of the 11 men on the field had a hand on him. Look at this replay.
Great spin move, and just continues to drive his feet and drive the pile. We do have a flag on the play. That's going to bring that run back, it looks like.
You hate to see a good play like that reversed because of a holding penalty or, holding against Madison Southern, so that's going to come back 5. Replay first down.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 15 now. Cade Sullivan, Jay-Sean Etheridge, and Ethan Moore split to the right. Ian Woods split to the left. Juan Rodriguez still in the backfield with Ethan Woods in that pistol formation. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Ethan Woods drops back, steps up into the pocket. He's going to throw across his body. It's going to be caught by Ethan Moore. He's going to break another tackle. He's going to go into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Touchdown, Eagles. Jamie, Ethan Woods, what presence in the pocket. If you watch this, he is going to have some pressure in his face. He steps up and makes a bullet pass. What a great play by the Eagles.
And Ethan Moore continues to be such a reliable receiver, going up and getting the football. Again, Ethan Woods threw that back to the left side across his body, one of the hardest throws you can make as a quarterback. And that is going to make the score 29-0 as we see Southern coming back out in this hinge formation to see what they do in their extra point try.
2 touchdowns in a row for Ethan Moore. Hard to deny. He is doing a great job offensively. 2 of the 4 touchdowns by Ethan Moore for Madison Southern.
The Eagles are going to line up for this extra point. Avery Davidson gets all lined up. Snap to Jackson Chambers. Holds good. Kicks good. And we're going to go to a 1-minute break to wrap up the half here on WBON TV.
I'm Richmond City Commissioner Mike Brewer, and I'd like to tell you about the proven progress. In fact, while in office, we opened the Active Living Center, the Millstone Park, which led to the annual Millstone Festival. By working together, we've achieved a great deal in our city by keeping our tax dollars down and not creating new taxes. We've been under budget for the last 4 years while also increasing wages. With 20 years of experience in city government, I'm once again asking for your vote to continue moving Richmond forward. I'm Mike Brewer, number 1 on the ballot.
Looking for some fun this fall? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or, if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Bar and Grill has you covered every Tuesday, starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
Welcome back to coverage of the Madison Southern Eagles on WBON TV, brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey, and the Eagles lead 30-0 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the second half as they kick off to the Lafayette Generals. Deep kick. First one's been fielded cleanly. It's going to look to cut it back up the middle. It's going to be brought down around the 40-yard line. Another good return there for the Generals. Looks like that going to be returned by Tereze Taylor.
Zach Smith out on the stop for the Madison Southern Eagles. Great job wrapping up the ball carrier, bringing them down. Generals are going to start things off with the 1st and 10 from, their 40-yard line?
Generals have thrown 2 interceptions, and they really have had one solid drive, walk the ball down the field, only to not be able to put it in the end zone. But they got to try to get on the board here before the half if they want to stay in this game.
Looks like we had a penalty on that, on the kickoff there, which will be assessed here against the Generals.
It's going to make it a second. Oh, nope. They're moving the sticks. So they're just going to start a little further back. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
That will back things up 15 extra yards, and they're going to be starting off around the 23-yard line.
Nasir Andrews is joined out to the right side by DeMarcus Surratt. Matt King taking the snap here. As he's going to look to his right, and he's going to throw it. And it's going to be caught. A lot of wrestling for the ball there as Cade Sullivan was trying to pull it away. It's going to be good for a 5-yard gain.
You had Eric Barnes there, Jamie, come off the line and really get in the face of King to put some pressure on him when he made that throw. What a great defensive play by the Eagles.
Looking at 2nd and 5 here on the 29-yard line. Matt King looking to the sideline for the signal. 2:15 remaining in the half. Southern looking to get a stop here. Going to have a handoff up the middle to Jackson Stevens. He's going to be brought down after a 3-yard gain, and we're going to see a 3rd and 2.
Had big bad Jacob Ward in on that play as a defensive lineman. You like to see those defensive linemen getting in, getting those stops before the ball carrier is able to make it down to the 2nd level.
Getting done as the clock ticks. 1:45 remaining in the half. 3rd and 2 for the Generals. Madison Southern still with all 3 timeouts. You wonder if they're going to call a timeout here if the clock's running, try to get the ball back and make another run at it. Matt King is going to take the snap. Look out left, swing pass. No, that looked like it could have been a backward pass, but they ultimately called that incomplete. Let's look at that replay, and Matt King is going to release the ball from the 28, and it's going to land. It's probably a forward pass, so the clock stops. 1 minute 23 seconds remaining, 4th and 2, and they're going to punt it away from their own 32-yard line.
Jamie, I don't have number 36 here on my roster. I hate to say, not to say the young man's name, but he was in there and got a little fingertip on that ball, tipped it a little bit on that pass.
And it makes all the difference. If you can disrupt the pass in any way, it sure is huge in that situation. I've got Isaac Moore on my home-cooked roster from Coach Payne, so Great play there by him. Once again, Jay Sean Etheridge and Cade Sullivan back to receive the punt. It's going to be bobbled. Jack Ackerman's going to try to get away with it. He's going to be tackled. And he's going to come down really awkwardly on that knee.
Yeah, he is, Jamie. He's going to be down and injured on that play. Hate to see Ackerman injured on that play. He has been all over the field offensively and defensively for the Generals.
Eric Barnes for the Eagles in pursuit there. Again, Ackerman bobbled the ball on the punt and was ultimately brought down, which is going to give Madison Southern a 1st and 10 at the Generals' 21-yard line. As you saw when he was brought down there, his knee really buckled up behind his body, and that looked like it could have injured him for sure. A minute 16 remaining here in the first half. As the Madison Southern Eagles lead the Lafayette Generals 30-0 as we near halftime, and it looks like they are going to have one more chance to put points on the board as the training staff is out assessing Jack Ackerman and his injury. He plays receiver, some tight end for this team, getting up on his feet. Obviously their punter as well. He's being helped off the field, and hopefully we'll see him back in action here in just a few minutes.
Walking off the field, not able to put a lot of weight on his leg, but I tell you what, man, we hope he's all right. But I tell you, Southern playing great football here this week after a close game against their in-county rival, Madison Central, last week. Things seem to be turning around for the Eagles. I mean, even though they didn't get the win last week, no loss is a good loss. But I tell you, they've played much improved over the last couple of games.
They really have, and looking good here tonight so far, leading 30-0. 1:16 remaining in the first half, and Ethan Woods is going to look to throw the ball. He's going to be hit it as he throws it. It goes straight up in the air, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Nice pass rush there from number 99 of the Generals, and that's going to be Aiden Beckley, all up in Ethan Woods' grill there. Minute 12 left, 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the Generals' 21-yard line.
I'll tell you, he saved a play too, because Ethan Woods had a man wide open, and potentially putting more points on the board here would not be good going into half. So shout out to big number 99.
99's on both sides of this ball making something happen. Ethan Woods joined the backfield by Juan Rodriguez, and he's going to take the handoff, and he's going to be shifty as he always is and get down.
He coughed off the football, Jamie, and that is going to be a turnover. 3rd turnover over the game for the Eagles.
Something you can't let happen if you want to win big football games. I know you look at the scoreboard, you see, yeah, we're up 30. What does it matter? It may not matter right now. It may not matter in this game. I mean, it very well may. But it does matter to get out of the habit of making these kinds of mistakes. They've not been doing it with the flags this week, but way too much putting the ball on the ground and turning the ball over. And the Generals are going to have one more shot to score with 1:05 left in the first half.
This is Coach Payne's first year here, and some of the things that need to improve are fundamentals. You cannot cuff off the ball. You had a chance to put a nail in the coffin here against this General team, and 3 turnovers in the first half. Not clean football.
Matt King in the pistol. He's going to look to hand it off. Like Pierre Lewis is going to be brought down in the backfield, maybe a 1-yard gain, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Tick, tick, tick on that clock, down to almost 50 seconds. Thanks to all of you watching on WBON TV. Comments coming in supporting the Eagles as they continue to fight for Mark Payne's first win at the helm of the Madison Southern Eagles.
Things are wrapping up here in this first half. I want to say thank you to our producer Austin Hanks and our cameraman up there in the bird's nest. We've got Jacob Beck doing a great job here for us tonight, Jamie.
Really surprised you remember their names, like their full names. That was great. Another tackle in the backfield there. It looks like they're going to take that into the half as the Madison Southern Eagles lead at the half against the Lafayette Generals, 30-0. We're going to take a 3-minute break and come back to the halftime show here on WBON TV.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau. David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Welcome back to Lafayette High School, where the Madison Southern Eagles lead the Lafayette Generals 30-0, and we are being treated to, I think they said, the 22-time state champion Lafayette marching band.
Yeah, defending champs. I'm going to be honest, a little distracted. I feel like we have some Jedis out there.
I thought I saw some lightsabers, I'm not going to lie, but what we have seen in the game tonight is a lot of big plays from Madison Southern. It's put up a lot of points. It's not been mistake-free football, but it has been a step in the right direction, in my opinion, John, for where this football team wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this team from week 1 to today, I feel like we're covering 2 different teams, honestly. I mean, look at this scoring. We have Rodriguez scoring in the first quarter, Cade Sullivan's first quarter score, and then in the second quarter we have 2 Ethan Moore touchdowns. Offense is rolling. Defense has played lights out. This is a good game.
Ethan Woods has thrown both of those touchdown passes to Ethan Moore, one on a screen pass and one on a deep ball. And all of these passes have come from all of these touchdowns have come from more than 20 yards out. So it's not like they're pounding and grinding and getting into the red zone. They're making big plays and putting up big numbers.
Doing a really good job, like you said, getting those chunk plays, those big plays, and it's been fun to watch this Southern team tonight.
Coverage here on WBON TV brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. And John, who's the sponsor of our halftime show?
Yeah, halftime is sponsored by Fayette County Corrections Halftime Show. If you're still searching for a job with great pay and benefits, Fayette County Corrections is hiring starting at $20 an hour and a long list of benefits and incentives. Visit lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs to apply. Again, that is visit lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs to apply.
And you're seeing some of the replays here, some of our scoring plays. Juan Rodriguez has been doing things tonight I haven't seen him do before, and that's a couple different things. A lot of just the field vision of being able to see where those gaps are. And then as you look here, so many broken tackles. Cade Sullivan takes it to the house. Nobody's catching up to that young man when he hits the edge. So many big plays.
Yeah, you've got a big hole in Stephen Whitehead's absence there, but football, Jamie, is the next man up mentality, and Rodriguez has definitely done an excellent job stepping up to that role, and tonight just putting on a massive display for all Southern fans.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned, Cade Sullivan breaking a lot of run. A lot of good defensive plays for Southern as well. The Lafayette Generals drove all the way down the field, got to the 1 yard line. They had 1st and goal from the 3 and could not put the ball in the end zone. That was a good bend, don't break mentality from Madison Southern there. Otherwise, they forced 3 turnovers, but they've had 2 to 3 of their own, John. And if you're going to move on to next week and continue taking those steps forward, eliminating those turnovers is going to be huge.
Yeah, you've got to play clean football. We need to see the flags go away, but definitely cannot cuff off the football 3 times and expect to do good things against other teams you have on your schedule.
Yep, you mentioned halftime stats brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. Make your home stand out among the rest with Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. They specialize in kitchen and bathroom countertops. Can also provide unique looks for your fireplace, outdoor grills, and other areas of your home. Visit them online at bluegrassmarblegranite.com. We mentioned 3 turnovers each way, 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery for Madison Southern, 2 fumbles and an interception for the Generals defense. So a lot of turnovers, not a lot of flags like we saw this week. And then the 4 touchdowns that John mentioned earlier, Ethan Moore with 2, Ethan Woods throwing both of those, and Juan Rodriguez had a long scoring play, but he also had a 50-yard run where he didn't end up scoring. So a lot of offense, defense playing well so far. What's the key to coming out in the second half? Like, you have a 30-point lead, so of course you're looking to add to that and to make this a locked-in game. But what are you looking to improve?
Yeah, I mean, we have 0 points on the scoreboard by the Generals. That does not mean they have not done some good things on offense. They had a drive there where they were knocking on the door, about to score a touchdown, and an unfortunate penalty against them caused a turnover on downs. But they had some success on those drives with their running game. Southern needs to find a way to protect the perimeter, but also cause some chaos and get that ball carrier down. That running back, Hanley, had a number for the Eagles there for a little bit.
He did. I looked to see a heavy dose of Des Hanley from the Generals in the second half. But we're going to take about a 3-minute break, come back here, wrap up the halftime show on WBON TV.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With the full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Fayette County Corrections is seeking to fill several positions now. The pay is great along with a long list of benefits and incentives, but the relationships created on the job are one thing that can't be taken for granted.
It allowed me to kind of gather in that family feel, the feel of camaraderie along with my fellow officers, and to get to know people as to see them flourish in their career, and to be an opportunity to try to help them along the way to share my experiences.
Apply today at lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs.
Whether you're in the market for a brand new Chevrolet, you're looking for a pre-owned quality vehicle, or your family car is in need of service by our GM certified technician, Jack Burford has what you need. Come to Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond for all of your automotive needs. Family owned and operated since 1964, Jack Burford Chevrolet is your hometown Chevrolet dealership. Check us out at jackburford.com or come in and see us today. We are located on the EKU bypass across the street from Walmart.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Support local and get your vehicle running at its peak performance with CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff specialize in diesel performance and repair that will service any vehicle, big or small, with oil changes, brakes, tires, alignments, and more. Broke down and need a tow? Well, call CT Diesel at 859-699-8712. Like them on Facebook to enter a weekly drawing for a free oil change. CT Diesel Performance off exit 97 in Richmond.
Being prepared for various types of disasters is one of the best ways to ensure the safety of your family, friends, and community. The Madison County Emergency Management Agency and the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program is here and ready to support community emergency response. For how to be prepared, make emergency kits, know your zone, and shelter-in-place information, contact EMA CSEP at 624-4787 or visit madisoncountyky.us/EMA. Madison County EMA CSEP, your partner in preparedness.
Welcome back to Lafayette High School here in Lexington, Kentucky. Once again, brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair as the Eagles lead 30-0 at halftime over the Lafayette Generals. Our halftime show brought to you by Fayette County Corrections. Still searching for a job of great pay and benefits? Fayette County Corrections is hiring, starting at $20 an hour with a long list of benefits and incentives. Visit lexingtonky.gov/correctionsjobs to apply. John, it's been a good half of football for Madison Southern, bouncing off of a really tough loss last week to come out here. I wouldn't say they're firing on all their cylinders, but I would say they're firing on most at this point.
They really are, and I'm proud of these boys. They've done a good job. They've faced a lot of adversity early on this year, early in Coach Payne's tenure, but the mark of a good team is facing adversity head on, coming out, fighting with grit and determination, and they've done that. And I'm glad that for once the scoreboard is showing their hard work, their determination, with a 30-0 halftime lead against the Lafayette Generals.
And still, Coach Payne trying to pick up his first win here tonight. The Eagles come in here 0-3 after a really tough slate of games. If you want to feel better about the way things are going today, let me tell you, Madison Southern is currently beating South Laurel 49-6 in the second quarter with a running clock already.
Madison Central's beating South Laurel.
Madison Central is beating South Laurel 49-6 in the second quarter. That Madison Central team that Madison Southern took into overtime last week is a legitimate contender in this region. And if that doesn't get your confidence going to come out the next week and put up a 30-piece in the first half, that should get you ready to say, we're here to stay and we're going to make a statement.
I think that's huge, and I don't think that can be understated. I mean, especially when you look at what Southern did coming out against George Rogers Clark the week before the Southern game. Not a lot of high hopes, but then you come out and put up a pretty dominant performance last week, and things are looking great this week. I tell you, are they going to have the Gatorade ready if they were able to get this win and douse their head coach for the first time and some Gatorade? Is that okay to do for the first win?
I think for your first win, that's certainly something you need to do. I don't know if you can place bets online for the color of the Gatorade or not. We don't have any inside information for that. But we got another half of football to play. Turnovers aside, if Madison Southern are taking care of the football, I'm going to say they have another 2 or 3 touchdowns on the board. So they certainly have some more work to do in this second half. And we're going to come back with more coverage for you after a 1-minute break. We'll kick off here on WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Do you have dripping registers like this? Drywall issues like this? High humidity can cause a very uncomfortable and sometimes damaging environment. It doesn't matter the age of your system. Improper installation and sizing are the failure. Here at Madison HVAC, we look at your home as a complete system, not just the pieces of equipment attached to your house. Give us a call today at 859-625-1471 so we can provide your solution. And remember, we fix that too.
We're here at Lafayette High School in Lexington, Kentucky. I'm Jamie Boggs with John Bailey as the Madison Southern Eagles lead 30-0 and are still fighting for their first win of the season on this beautiful night for football.
Yeah, and Jamie, I think this is important too. If they are able to keep this up, put some more points on the board, we might get to see some young guys we don't normally see. And I mean, like we saw a couple weeks ago with Whitehead going down, getting out, it's next man up. So get some of these young guys in, get them some reps in live action, because later down the stretch, you're going to need some of those guys to come off the bench, make some big plays for the Eagles.
Absolutely, and we still got the Lafayette Generals who have done some good things offensively. I think they found their running back in Des Hanley. They need to continue to put the ball in the air. Again, limiting turnovers on both sides of the ball for both of these teams will be a major deal, but the Generals are going to come out and fight, try to get back in this game. Southern's going to come out and receive the kickoff, but we're going to see the Generals try to get a big stop and to get back on the board after we saw what was a wonderful halftime show.
Yeah, that was a great halftime show. Jamie, like I said, we had 4 touchdowns in the first half. We had some unfortunate turnovers. Again, those halftime stats brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. Make your home stand out among the rest with Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. They specialize in kitchen and bathroom countertops. They can provide a unique look for your fireplace, outdoor grills, and other areas of your home. Visit them online at bluegrassmarblegranite.com. Again, that's bluegrassmarblegranite.com. Jamie, we happen to be neighbors, and when we're not on the air, I think we need to call them up and see what our outdoor grill situation can be turned into.
A lot of opportunity there.
Get some barbecue pork rolling on a Saturday to watch some Kentucky football, playing a big game tomorrow against Florida. I think the running backs need some help, but otherwise I think they could do some good things there.
Yeah, we're sitting here in eyesight of Kroger Field, formerly known as Commonwealth Stadium. There will be no action there tomorrow, but the Wildcats will be down in Gainesville against the hated Gators. John, you're a Tennessee fan. We both hate Florida, right?
Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up. I mean, I was not going to say anything, but you've called me out for looking at the screen with my binoculars, being a UT fan. Just all kinds of things going against me here. But I tell you what's not going against me. These Eagles are not disappointing, putting up 30 unanswered points in the first half, looking for a big second half. Can the defense keep that goose egg alive? That would be an awesome thing for the Southern Eagles to do in the second half of football. That's about to be underway here in just a few minutes.
That's an element of pride, I think. Anybody who's ever played football, I mean, obviously in basketball you don't see a lot of shutouts. You can see it in baseball too. If you're able to completely shut the other team out, like that's a different kind of feeling than winning 27-0. Feels significantly better than winning 27-3 or 27-6, right?
Yeah, and if you're a first string guy and you hold the team to no offensive points, and then your second string comes in and lets them score a touchdown, you better believe there's going to be some banter in the locker room as to why they allowed that to happen.
Yeah, you're going to catch some heat for that. And if things continue this direction, we may see some of those second stringers. But again, a whole half of football here. The Lexington Generals are very much still in this, with a high-tempo offense and a lot of speed, a lot of weapons. You know, looking at this roster and just the way that the play calling and the makeup of the roster, this Lafayette team really reminds me kind of the makeup of GRC. They got a lot of speed. They got a good quarterback. It's just a matter of getting things clicking.
Yeah, man, Hanley was impressive when he had the ball, especially one drive. I think they drove the ball about 70 yards and knocking on the door for a touchdown, just unable to get it because of an unfortunate penalty. But I'll tell you what, when that boy found some space, he was a lot like Sullivan, just fast, athletic, and hard to bring down.
Madison Southern comes out to receive the opening kickoff of the second half, again leading 30-0 here over the Lafayette Generals, and Lafayette is taking their place back on the sideline, about ready to take the field. Southern's ready to receive with Cade Sullivan and Jay-Sean Etheridge back deep. Each have returned punts of their own, looking for a chance to receive their first kickoff of the game.
Both of those boys have scored touchdowns again. Hate to talk about it too much, but talking to Cade Sullivan before the game, very emotional game for this young man. Not only wanting to get the first win for his team, but just personally dealing with the loss of his dad on what would have been his father's birthday today. So Cade Sullivan said he's locked in, ready to go, and I tell you, been pretty apparent in the way he's played today offensively.
Absolutely. We'll see if they get a chance for a return here. Jack Ackerman, who is the primary punter and kicker for this Generals team, not out on the field right now. Was tackled earlier in a punting situation, came down really awkwardly on his knee. I'm looking, don't see him on the sideline either.
Hate to hear that. He was all over the field. Great young man, great player, so hopefully he's all right.
Etheridge going to be able to return the football. He's up behind a blocker. He's going to get tackled right at the 23-yard line, I believe.
That is a late hit, dirty hit. Man, you hate to see that. Etheridge already down on the ground when that hit came in, and the flag came in right after.
It looks like he's okay, so they're going to get a march 15 yards further toward the center of the field. He was wrapped up at his ankles and taken down. Whistle was blown when that last hit came in. Thankfully, everybody is okay.
You know, your emotions are high. You're down. Things are not going your way, but you cannot cause penalties like that to make your bad situation worse.
The official looking to mark it off there. Personal foul, 15-yard penalty. So now we're going to be looking at 1st and 10 from around the 39-yard line of the Eagles, looking to add to this 30-point lead. I do see Jack Ackerman on the sideline. He did not do the kickoff, but that's number 82, not 87.
Do you need my binoculars, Jamie?
I want him to be okay. He's playing a great game, and you hate to see anybody go down like that. Got a blitz coming in. Ethan Woods is going to throw it deep. He's got Jay-Sean Etheridge, but it's going to hit the defender in the back of the head. Just a little bit underthrown there. Etheridge once again was behind his man, had a drop on one of those deep passes earlier, and just wasn't able to connect there.
I like the offensive philosophy here, really coming out swinging. Not taking your foot off the gas, Jamie, is what I like to see.
Ian Woods and Cade Sullivan out to the left, as well as Ethan Moore. Jay-Sean Etheridge on his own to the right. The up back is Preston Williams, and Ethan Woods is alone in the backfield. Cade Sullivan's going to go in motion to the pistol formation. He's going to step up beside Woods and take a handoff up the middle. He's going to get touched by several players. Nobody's going to grab him. He's going to break to the sideline, cut up the middle, and get a first down with a 14-yard gain for Cade Sullivan.
Man, I tell you what, he hit that line of scrimmage and had a great bounce out. What a great play there by Cade Sullivan.
Broke 2 tackles right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a break, and Juan Rodriguez is going to come back into the game. Yeah, a lot of broken tackles, a lot of yards after contact, as you talked about earlier, for really everybody carrying the ball for these Eagles.
Yeah, Jamie, do you remember what I call that?
Yak.
Yak. Got to get the yak, man.
Same formation as before. Preston Williams out to the left a little bit more. Rodriguez is going to go in motion. Doubles either way, open backfield. Woods is going to step up, and he's going to throw it deep again to Etheridge. This time he overthrows him. We got ourselves a Goldilocks situation where we've had one overthrow, one underthrow, and one perfect throw, and none of them have come up for yards. We're going to be looking at
3rd and long here, Jamie. 3rd and 10 for Southern to try to get a chain moving in the right direction.
At the 49-yard line of the Generals, going into their territory. Personnel changes for the Generals in their defensive backfield. Got Etheridge and Moore split out to the right. Ian Woods to the left. Juan Rodriguez in the backfield. Screen pass to Etheridge, and it's going to be short as well. Ethan Woods threw 2 touchdown passes there in the first half. Just can't seem to hit his target here early in the second half, but like you said, I like that they're coming out firing.
Not slowing down offensively, wanting to put some more points on the board to put this one away here in Lexington, Kentucky. Unable to make any progress. They're bringing out the punt team, Jamie, or are they going to try to convert it here?
There was some confusion on the sideline earlier. It looks like this is going to be third down as the sticks operator was a little bit off.
Yeah, it certainly wouldn't be us making a mistake, right?
Surely not. Just under 11 minutes remaining, 3rd and 10. 2 wide receivers to the right. Preston Williams in motion. Going to sweep out to the edge to Sullivan, and he's going to get a good kick-out block and find his way to the sideline, and he's going to be taken out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain, and we're going to have a 4th and 2 around the 41-yard line of the Generals. John, I think this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, I mean, you're just shy of the first down marker. Looks like a 4th and short 2. I agree, man. I think I'd put my offensive out there and maybe run it up the middle and see what we can do to get a first down here.
There have been very few plays that have come up for no gain, so you think they are going to look to run it up the middle, maybe hand it off to Rodriguez to pick that up. Jay-Sean Etheridge going in motion, trying to get the defense to jump off sides, and they're going to call him on it. And that's going to result in a first down for the Eagles.
Good job, Eagles, there, trying to draw the offsides, and they did it.
John, how many coaches do you think were standing over there yelling, watch the ball, don't jump offsides?
Oh, I know that if I was down there, I would at least be one of them.
Yes. I went to a middle school football game last night, and I tell you, any time it was whatever in less than 5 yards, the entire coaching staff, don't jump, watch the ball, because giving somebody a first down is such a big deal.
Jamie, are you familiar with up downs?
Oh, way too many in my life. Not any lately, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But when I was coaching football, we would do up downs for jumping off sides.
Rodriguez breaks a couple more tackles at the line of scrimmage. Going to get a 5-yard gain, bring up a 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line for Southern.
Taking some time off the clock winding down to 10:30 here in the third quarter. But, yeah, I mean, if you can get 5 yards on a rushing play, do it all night long.
And a cloud of dust, right? Cade Sullivan in the backfield now with Ethan Woods. Preston Williams still the up back. Etheridge and Ian Woods to the left. Ethan Moore split out to the right, looking to the sideline for the play.
I think the foot is still on the gas with their offensive philosophy, but not the up-tempo that we're seeing right now. Looking to maybe burn some clock here in this third quarter.
And I think you could be a little, I don't know, more creative with your play selections as well, as Sullivan's going to go up the middle. He's going to get about a 3-yard gain.
Twisting and turning his way, did a great juke move, a spin move, and hitting all those buttons on that Madden controller on that play, Jamie.
3rd down and 2 for the Eagles. Backup quarterback for Madison Central in the game just scored a touchdown early in the second half. The Indians now up 56-6 early in the third quarter over South Laurel. Just making that game that the Eagles played last year look better and better every time that Central scores a touchdown. Handoff, and he's going to be stuck in the backfield. I mentioned there hadn't been a lot of those, but big penetration there.
Number 53 on the defensive line causing some havoc there on defense, bringing up a tackle for loss for the Southern Eagles, and it's going to be a 4th down and long, 6 or 7 yards here.
Big play there by Gavin No to penetrate and get in the backfield. Rodriguez still in the backfield. Preston Williams comes off. We have 4 true wide receivers, 2 each way for Ethan Woods.
Almost looked like there was some confusion on that play. I don't think the ball carrier knew that he was going to be the ball carrier on that play.
He found out the hard way for sure as the Eagles try to convert this 4th and 6. Ethan Woods is going to throw it deep again. He's got Etheridge wide open. He's going to bring it in this time for another
touchdown, Eagles. Man, what a play. I'm sorry. No. I couldn't wait on you on that one. That was a great pass, great catch. Awesome play, man.
Well, we mentioned the Goldilocks situation there, and that was
just right.
Right
what
hands
a great
of
play.
Jay-Sean Etheridge to push the lead to 36-0. That is Ethan Woods' 3rd passing touchdown of the game, went deep on that 4th and 6, and were rewarded with 6. See what they do here. I expect them to shift into that extra point formation. Bringing in Juan Rodriguez at the last second. And that's what they're going to do. Avery Davidson coming back to score his next PAT. He continues to kick it straight and true as he has been all night. 8.5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Snap's good. Kick looks good. 37-0. And we are going to take a 1-minute break here on WBON. Be right back with more coverage on WBON TV.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We are live here on WBON TV at Lafayette High School. The Madison Southern Eagles have taken a 37-0 lead over the home Generals team. Coverage brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey as the Eagles kick the ball off and try to regain solid field position after a long touchdown pass from Ethan Woods to Jay Sean Etheridge right at the pylon, John.
Yeah, on that stop there on the kickoff, Ian Woods, the brother of Ethan Woods, the quarterback, on a great stop. It looked like it was going to be an arm tackle, but it was enough to bring him down.
The Generals trying to get on the board. I think at this point, John, a lot of the focus is on refining things, getting things right, improving. Yes, you're trying to get back in this game, but you also want to get better for next week as well. As we hand off to Jackson Stevens up the middle, he's going to be met by a host, a convocation
of Eagles. We definitely had to look that up in the week preparing for this game.
That's a group of Eagles, like a flock of seagulls. You get a convocation of Eagles. And we looked it up like 3 weeks ago and just remembered to break it out.
There's what do you call a group of crows, Jamie?
A murder.
A murder. So a group of Eagles, a convocation.
The convocation came to the stop there. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Generals with 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And we should be in a running clock situation here as well. Sweep left to Jackson Stevens as he's going to get to the edge and try to cut it back up, break a couple tackles, break more and more tackles, and he's not going to be brought down until he gets to the 50-yard line, and that's going to be a 21-yard rush for Jackson Stevens.
Good job there by the ball carrier Stevens not to stop on that play. He was hit a long time ago, but able to break some tackles, get some yards after contact, make a great first down for the Generals.
Well, we've seen time and time again this team, when they go to that power I set, when they go to more of a running attack, they have seen more success against the Eagles, whether that's again just because of the preparation the Eagles put into defending the pass game or what have you. We now have Erickson, Pierre Lewis in the backfield at that tailback position for the Generals as they stay in the power I with a tight end wide out to the left. They're going to run a trap play and hand it off to the halfback, and he is going to get nowhere. Well read by the defense there.
Yeah, Eric Barnes all over that play in the backfield and came up with a big stop for the Eagles.
Makai Taylor wasn't able to pick up anything. And now we're going to see another second down, second about 14 for Lafayette. 5.5 minutes left. Running clock here in the third quarter as the Eagles lead 37-0.
Generals looking over to the sidelines trying to get that play call in. Looks like they got it. Jamie will take over with the play-by-play.
Sweep right to Pierre Lewis. He's going to be hit in the backfield and brought down by Preston Williams.
Preston Williams with a heck of a stop there. Number 40 just ripping and roaring in the backfield for another tackle for loss for the Madison Southern Eagles.
Continue to make big plays for the defense, and we don't give him a lot of credit on the offense. He plays that up back position, which often ends up being like an extra offensive lineman, making those large holes for the backs to run through. John, I have located Jack Ackerman back on the sideline. He is unfortunately on crutches. Just really hoping that he has a smooth recovery and is able to get back on the field soon. Again, kicker, punter, receiver, big target, playing his heart out tonight, but he's sidelined for the rest of the game after being tackled earlier. Run that trap play again, and it's no-go.
Eric Barnes back there again, almost makes a stop, but eventually wrapped up by another Madison Southern Eagle. This is a great defensive stance here by the Eagles, and it brings up a 4th and about a country mile, Jamie. Looking at about a 4th and 20.
We'll see if they try to throw it deep or punt it away. It looks like the Eagles are going to play kind of a safe prevent defense type situation here. They are putting a couple guys back to receive the kick, but leaving some defenders in. I see Riley Causey in there at middle linebacker, John. I saw you talking to him before the game. Kid you coached at the middle school level.
Riley Causey, heck of a young man, great student athlete, and just a great defensive player, but also a great running back as well.
R.J. Blair is going to take the kick. He's going to try to get around the edge and ultimately be brought down around the 23-yard line. Freshman R.J. Blair, and this is where we're starting to see some of those younger players that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, and like I said, anything can happen in this sport. It's a high-contact, high-physical game. A lot of these guys are playing offense and defense. They're going to get banged up and rattled. Jamie, I was looking at the schedule. They don't have a bye week until almost the very end of the season. So, a lot of football games here to be played. You're going to need some of these young guys to step up and fill some holes when injuries pop up.
Got to get rested for the playoffs, John. Save that bye week as long as you can. R.J. Blair still in the game. We also have a couple other backups that are Zach Smith making his way into the game at receiver as well. Ethan Woods still in, as well as Juan Rodriguez, who's going to take the ball up the middle, be hit in the backfield, and he's not going to get away that time. Going to have a loss of about 1 yard there.
Yeah, this offensive line, maybe looking at the score clock or the scoreboard and not seeing a lot of urgency to block a man, but got to put some hands on the man, get him blocked off the ball, and create a hole for your man Rodriguez in the backfield.
We're seeing some younger guys play out there as well. Brett Ursuline no longer in the game, as well as Caleb Johnson, so certainly getting some backups in on the line as well as in the backfield to try to get some people some opportunities. Brady Fields, number 73, being represented out there. Connor Robinson getting some time. Ethan Woods looks out to the right. R.J. Blair is going to take the catch and be tackled immediately for no gain.
What a pass by Ethan Woods with a defender right in his face, able to make that play. Not able to get anything going after the catch, but impressive pass there by Ethan Woods.
It's like Brady Fields, Brentley Sparks, Jacob Ward also in the game on the offensive line. Also looks like Nash Wilder getting some time in at the wide receiver position. 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. A minute left here in this third quarter. The Woods drops back. He looks to throw it deep through the hands of Zach Smith. It was a deep pass. There was a defender on him, and we're going to go to 4th down here. I look to see the Eagles punt the football away and let their defense go back to work.
Again, the game clock still rolling here after that incomplete pass. Jamie, we might be home before 11 o'clock tonight.
Sounds great. Both Madison County teams representing tonight. Both were running clocks, having a good outing after they beat each other up last week.
It's unfortunate that we had to declare a winner and loser in that game last week, the way both teams played.
Avery Davidson with the boot. It's going to be returned. Oh, nope. He lets it bounce and
he touches it.
Pick it up.
Man, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. When you bobble a ball like that, trying to catch it and run with it, unable to pick it up immediately, that ball could have easily been a turnover there for the Eagles.
Nehemiah Jarber tries to pick it up a little bit too late, but they're ultimately going to take over possession at the 35-yard line as this third quarter is going to come to a close. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey. We're going to take a 1-minute break and finish out this game here on WBON TV.
Chenault Vineyards has become a premier destination in Richmond for family and friends looking for fun and entertainment. The vineyard sits on 500 acres with breathtaking views and several different things for you to enjoy while you're there. Live music, tastings, tours, a walking trail, or maybe you'd like to host your own event at the vineyard. Visit ChenaultVineyards.com to check out the complete list of upcoming events. Like them on Facebook to stay informed, or like Chenault Vineyards on Instagram.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Welcome back here to Lafayette High School on WBON TV, brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair of Richmond. I'm Jamie Boggs here with John Bailey on WBON, bringing you this coverage of Madison Southern football as they lead the Lafayette Generals 37-0 going into the fourth quarter.
Can I talk a little bit about my age here, Jamie?
Oh, please do.
We are, if you look down there, what do you see on the sidelines for Lafayette? I see a massive TV where they're able to show the offense and defense some things they need to work on middle of the game. When I was their age, we had a clipboard.
Yeah, somebody would draw it up. We didn't even have somebody printing stuff out for me. Fumble there on the snap, and it's going to be 2nd and 14 now for the Lafayette Generals. Thanks again for watching here on WBON TV. Thanks to all our wonderful sponsors for supporting these young athletes and the coverage we're able to do here on WBON. Matt King's going to roll out and look to throw it deep. Ball's going to go up, and he's going to get behind R.J. Blair, who ultimately is going to knock it out of the hands of the receiver to bring up 3rd and 14. That's freshman R.J. Blair out there making the play.
Yeah, I mean, he made a great play because that ball was well thrown, well placed by the quarterback, Matt King.
Was able to see Blair play some in middle school. And talk about wheels, man. Like speed kills, and he's got it.
And he's a true freshman.
Yep.
That's great. Good to see these young men getting some reps here early and potential starters here soon in the next few years for, is it R.J. Ross?
R.J. Blair.
R.J. Blair, sorry.
Madison Southern leads 37-0, 10.5 minutes remaining, as Lafayette is looking at a 3rd and 14. A lot of comments coming on, people watching. It's going to be a complete pass. He's going to be brought down near the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 4th and 9 on the 36-yard line. John, you're down by 37. Do you get the offense some more work here, try to work on some situational stuff? It looks like they're going to punt it away.
Yep, looks like they're going to punt it away, try to make it a little harder, give Madison Southern a little more distance to get the ball in the end zone one more time.
Shift the field position a little bit. Again, under 10 minutes remaining. Madison Southern leads 37-0. Again, really on the back of a lot of big plays, John. They haven't had a ton of sustained drives, but they really haven't needed them. Breaking some long runs, 3 touchdown passes by Ethan Woods. We now have a couple of young guys ready to receive this punt, as they maybe could have blocked that one.
It's going to be called dead, though, before it can be returned.
It's the second time we've had a whistle in the middle of a punt coming from the officials.
Good team effort today. I mean, we have Ethan Woods definitely doing some great things offensively, but he's spreading out the ball. We have 2 scores by Ethan Moore. We have Jay-Sean Etheridge. We have Cade Sullivan. Juan Rodriguez getting a score. I mean, this ball has been spread around. A lot of Eagles getting in on the action here tonight.
Absolutely. And defensively, anytime you can put up a goose egg, right? That's a major victory there. The Generals have yet to score.
All Southern needs to do is hold the ball for 8 minutes and then protect that goose egg. I think that Generals will have another chance here before too long.
To be fair, we do have a running clock, so the clock continues to tick as we figure out what's going on here.
Chains are moving, Jamie. I'm not sure what's happened here.
Yeah, I think that may have been an inadvertent whistle, so they just placed the ball where the punt was received, and we're going to have the offense coming back onto the field for Madison Southern.
So, yeah, it's going to be Southern ball, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
We mentioned some young guys coming back into the game. I see Jaleel Harris in there on the offensive line, Riley Causey in the backfield. And that's Jackson Chambers music coming in to play a little bit of quarterback here as we wrap this one up.
Jackson Chambers is a young man. Jamie, did he play the first 2 games, or was he new last week?
He didn't. He's been at Madison Southern for a couple years now. Was going to go to a different high school, but did not end up doing so, and is back at Southern and ready to contribute how he can. Been playing a lot of defense, but ready to step up on offense when needed. Can play a number of positions. Phenomenal athlete as Riley Causey gets a couple of yards there on the carry. 7.5 minutes remaining in this game with a running clock.
Not a huge gain there, but Riley Causey like a daggone bowling ball. Hard to bring him down. He got hit a few times before he was eventually brought down.
We talk about Stephen Whitehead in those first couple games running a lot like Riley Causey does. So you're looking kind of at the next generation of running back for the Southern offense who plays similarly to what Whitehead plays. Another handoff to Causey, and he's going to get some room around the right side, and he's going to drag the defenders all the way down to the 39-yard line to bring up a 3rd and 3.
He got spun around backwards and was doing some heavy lifting, backpedaling that football down for a hefty pickup of about 6 yards there, Jamie.
But you talk about it a lot. You continue to churn those feet, and good things are going to happen.
I had the opportunity to coach Riley Causey while he was in middle school for 2 years. Can't say enough good things about the young man. Just a great kid to coach, always eager to listen and improve his game. Just a tremendous leader on the team, great young man. I think the Eagles are going to be in good hands with him over the next few years.
Number 90, Ethan Diaz getting some time. My guy, number 21, Nolan Keener in, freshman at wide receiver. A lot of speed there as well, big track star. Pass out in the flat's going to be complete, and he's going to break it for a 1st down before he is brought down. Looking to catch a number.
Number 10.
Number 10, Braden Hall, another freshman.
What great effort there after the catch, too. I mean, he was wrapped up and kept those legs churning, Jamie. I tell you, these true freshmen are really impressing me right now.
I mean, you mentioned speed. Braden Hall, R.J. Blair, Nolan Keener, about as fast as it gets for kids their age. Went to the state last year in some track events and continue to produce that way on the football field as well. As Jackson Chambers is going to hand it off to Causey again up the middle like a bowling ball.
Causey on a nice 6-yard pickup. Man, I tell you, I knew it from the sidelines watching him at Foley the last couple of years, but the boy is a beast to bring down.
Tick, tick, tick. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in this ball game with a running clock as Madison Southern continues to drive down the field. Looking over to the sideline to get the play. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Riley Causey in a pistol formation. Jackson Chambers is going to take the snap. Hand off to Causey up the middle again. He's got some space. He's going to get about 3 more yards to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Eagles.
Riley Causey taking I don't want to jinx the man, but he's doing a great job wrapping up that football, taking care of that baby, that precious ball there. I'd like to think his coaches at Foley had a lot to do with his fundamentals being so great.
Well, I tell you what, if he puts it on the grass now, his coaches at Foley are going to be liable for that.
Well, I was a wide receiver coach. I didn't have anything to do with Causey.
Lafayette getting some young guys in as well, getting some good reps, continuing to refine. And maybe, you put some guys in and you find out some people are prepared in ways that you didn't realize they were before. As Chambers drops back, he's looking for a receiver, throws it through the hands of Causey. And that's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Eagles. Yeah, in addition to getting these guys reps, you're going to be able to discover that maybe somebody can contribute a little more than you previously thought, and they wouldn't have got the opportunity until you put them in this situation. It's like Southern is going to go for it on 4th and 2, keep the offense on the field. Just under 4 minutes on the clock. Just say thanks again to Austin Hanks and Jacob Beck here. Austin producing the show, and Beck on the camera. John Bailey here, and I'm not John. I'm Jamie Boggs. Chambers throws it deep, and he's hit. It's going to be knocked down by the defender. That was a nice deep throw by Chambers there off of his back foot.
Yeah, that was looking really good, and it was well covered there by number 19 for the Generals. Saved a potential first down, definitely, maybe even a touchdown on that play.
Yep, that was a good deep pass, good defense there. And here we're going to see the second team defense in here for Southern, as well as some backups coming in here for the Generals. Matt King is going to stay in at the quarterback position, and Pierre Lewis is going to stay in at running back, getting some other people some work here. A lot of the names we just called on the offensive end for Southern are here defensively as well, with 2:43 remaining in the game. Matt King ready to take the snap. Wide receiver in motion. He's going to cut back across. And I think we're going to get a false start penalty. Very much a timing play. With that much motion happening, there are a lot of moving parts, and the Generals got a little bit ahead of themselves. We're going to be looking at a 1st and 15 with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. And the Eagles lead 37-0 over the Lafayette Generals. Mark Payne, I think it's finally safe to say, headed toward his first victory as a head coach here at Madison Southern High School.
Yeah, and it's good to see this hard work pay off for this Southern team. A lot of adversity early on in the season, but, I mean, what a big win tonight. I think they came in favored, but I don't think I expected it to be a blowout.
Right. You have to, if you're in that coaching room, if you're a parent, a fan of Madison Southern, this is what you're hoping for, and you're proud of it, but you're just hoping to take those strides forward, and you expect to get better every week. Jet sweep there, and that's going to cut it back across the middle and ultimately cough it up, but I think
the Generals were able to bounce on the ball, but, yeah, it was coughed up.
That was a really solid run there by Terrazay Taylor. He's had a couple of good runs there, making some plays for his team.
One of the things I was taught
60 seconds left in the game.
My football coaches back in the day was that when adversity hits, you got to put on more steam. And I think we saw Madison Southern do that last week and definitely turned it up this week. You don't want to get overconfident. You got to keep working hard, keep putting on the steam, and see what the rest of the season can look like for the Eagles.
Matt King's going to throw it deep. Braden Hall's back in coverage. The ball is going to be caught.
What a great catch and pass by the Generals. What a excellent play.
It's going to be caught by number 9, Nehemiah Jarber. Phenomenal catch, and that was pretty good coverage by Braden Hall. He went up and got a hand on it, but Jarber was able to focus and bring it in.
Timeout's going to be taken. Jamie, what looked like this goose egg may be in jeopardy at this point.
Well, you talked about it earlier with if the second defense comes in and gives up a score, then that first team defense is going to be chirping in the ears of those backups. But like we said earlier, it's great for these guys to come in and get reps. And again, that was a phenomenal play by Hall to be in good position there, but we're also looking at the first team quarterback and first team receiver for the Generals making that play. 30 seconds, 29.6 to be exact, remaining in this game. Timeout by Lafayette to try to get on the board here. And again, you think, why are the games out of reach? Why are we calling it? They're working on things. They're trying to get better. They're trying to improve. They're working on situational football. And I think everybody on the field understands that and respects that people are trying to improve in a variety of ways. And we'll see what they got cooked up here to try to get in the end zone. as they now have Des Hanley back in the game. Trips to the left. They're going to hand it off. Let's see if he's going to be able to find the end zone. He's going to be hit and fall into the end zone for the first score of the game for the Lafayette Generals. That was actually Pierre Lewis who plowed in the end zone. Again, the player with the most carries for this team coming into the game, and he's done some good work with the football tonight as well, and he gets in the end zone for 6.
I think the team forgot that there was supposed to be something after the touchdown, like a point after attempt or a 2-point conversion.
They currently have 6 players on the field as they're trying to regroup and get somebody out there for the PAT.
Ultimately, they're going to have to take a timeout, try to get some personnel on the field for that.
And we'll stay right here just one more time to go through and thank all of our sponsors: Bishop Small Engine Repair, CT Diesel Performance, Galaxy Bowling Center, Jerry Goebel State Farm, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy, Berea Urgent Care, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Raider, Mayo and Hornsby, Bluegrass Marble and Granite, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Gateway Cycle, Chenault Vineyard, Citizens Guarantee Bank, Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Batteries Unlimited, Fayette County Corrections, Madison HVAC, Nuevo Vallarta, Whitaker Bank, Brie's Hardware, and Madison County EMA CSEP. We appreciate everybody who contributes to the coverage of our local sports teams here on WBON. Big thanks again to Austin Hanks, our producer, Jacob Beck, our cameraman, John Bailey on the color commentary, and I'm Jamie Boggs here on play-by-play. And we will be back next week with the Madison Southern Eagles once again as they try to build their momentum here and pick up hopefully their second win of the season, as they will be at home against Pulaski County, kicking off at 7:30 next week. We're seeing a similar hinge formation by Lafayette that we've seen from Central all game, and they are going to get in position to potentially kick an extra point. 24 seconds left on the clock, 37-6 in favor of Madison Southern. Number 82, Aiden Stark, is looking to kick the ball here. We're going to have a penalty. Madison Southern either moved or lined up offsides.
Yeah, I'm watching the coaching staff over for the Southern Eagles, and they were not happy about their team's performance. And you love to see that here with, 24 seconds left on the clock. You're up 37-6, but these coaches never stop coaching.
Yeah. You want to hold everybody to a high standard, even if you're up this much. And then they move again, no flag. So maybe that'll prevent them from getting another earful. The kick is going to go into the back of the offensive line. Again, Jack Ackerman out of commission for the Generals. That was a solid attempt there by Aiden Stark. But the Generals are going to have to kick the ball off one more time to the Madison Southern Eagles, and we'll probably see one knee, and we'll take it to the house. You said it earlier, really a good all-around effort, offensively, defensively. Exactly what you want to see coming out of a hard-fought loss like we had against Madison Central last week.
Yeah, you love to see it for these boys. A lot of hard work paying off, getting the coach's first win, getting his team's first win. Season's a long way from over. A lot of football left to be played. These boys have a lot of games to look forward to. Jamie, I love the rebound of this team, and I think it's going to pay off dividends as we go throughout this season.
Pulaski County is going to come into Madison Southern next week, at least with 3 victories. Currently playing at Corbin. Don't have a score there as of just yet, but that's going to be the matchup next week. They have defeated Belfry, Wayne County, and Lincoln County. So coming in with a lot of momentum next week will be Pulaski County. Southern will be prepared to host, coming off of their first victory of the season. Lafayette set to kick off.
Are they going to try to do an onside kick here, Jamie? Try to practice some of that in live action?
I totally understand working on offensive schemes and defensive setups. I don't expect to see an onside kick, but I wouldn't be shocked. Actually, the clock which is a running clock, has already started running, and they're just going to let it run out instead of kicking it.
Gotcha.
So that's going to do it for this ball game, and the Madison Southern Eagles pick up their first victory of the season. Mark Payne picks up his first victory as a head football coach at Madison Southern High School, 37-6. We are going to take a 3-minute break here, and we'll be back to wrap up all of our coverage here on WBON TV.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem. Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
We're here at Lafayette High School in Lexington, Kentucky, where the Madison Southern Eagles pick up their first victory of the season over the Lafayette Generals, 37-6, and really a dominant performance, John.
Yeah, it really was. And like I said earlier, this was a great team win. It wasn't led by just one person individually. Every man stepped up, did their job, and the team got their first win of the season.
With John Bailey, I'm Jamie Boggs here on the Chenault Vineyard postgame show. Chenault Vineyard has become the go-to destination for families and friends to enjoy fun and entertainment in a relaxing atmosphere. See why so many people spend their weekends at Chenault Vineyards at ChenaultVineyards.com. You said it, John. A great performance from the offensive line. We talked about the line play beforehand. We also put a Gatorade watch on Coach Payne, and I think he's about to get the bath, and there it is. The first Gatorade bath of the season.
Love to see it. Many more to come. I think that he's done a great job helping this team rebound from some early adversity. And, I mean, look at them. They're having fun. They're having a good time. And it's because all their hard work paid off tonight.
And they should. I mean, you enjoy this win. I don't know what the policy may be, but different teams, like, you have one day. You have one day to enjoy this win. Go put on your earbuds, turn on some Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
I love Insane Clown Posse.
What are you talking about? You enjoy this game tonight, enjoy this win tonight, but tomorrow you hit the books, start studying up for Pulaski County coming to town.
They're coming to town next week for homecoming week. So before we sign off, I want to give some final stats of the game, brought to you by Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry in Berea, they work hard to help you get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve. Like them on Facebook to learn more about Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry in Berea. Cade Sullivan had a long break-off touchdown where he was untouched. Juan Rodriguez had multiple 40-plus yard runs as well as a rushing touchdown. Ethan Woods threw 3 touchdown passes, 2 of those to Ethan Moore, and 1 an absolute bomb to Jay Sean Etheridge. So really a great offensive performance across the board, through the air, on the ground, and this is the Madison Southern offense that I think Coach Mark Payne is trying to get closer to, and we saw it here tonight.
Yeah, great game by so many guys here. Ethan Woods, man, maybe the best game of his career so far.
Absolutely, and he threw several great passes that weren't even hauled in. He could have had a couple additional touchdown passes. Madison Southern had a few turnovers that you don't want to see, but if you can have those turnovers and still win by 31 points, then that's something you can take into the next week.
Yeah, and thankfully the Generals also had some turnovers, so kind of a tied turnover battle. Let's do the performance of the game by CT Diesel Performance. If you want your vehicle to perform like Cade Sullivan for the Madison Southern Eagles, take it to CT Diesel Performance, located off exit 97 in Richmond. Chris Thorne and his staff service all vehicles, big or small. Like them on Facebook to learn how you can receive a free oil change at CT Diesel Performance. Like I said, Cade Sullivan talked to me before the game, talked about how he and his team were locked in. This was going to be his dad's birthday. He lost his dad 2 years ago. A lot of guys deserving of that CT Diesel Performance of the game. I got to give it to my boy Cade Sullivan.
You know, he had that long touchdown run, had several other good runs offensively, but you can't underestimate what he does defensively either. He had some really good plays. He had some good tackles and came up huge for the team. And maybe most importantly, I didn't see anybody limp off the field. I think they could be in a really good situation going into next week's game against Pulaski County. I think John's going to go deliver a performance game, a performance player of the game to Cade Sullivan, give him a T-shirt. So it's John Bailey. I'm Jamie Boggs. Again, our producer, Austin Hanks, did an awesome job, as well as our cameraman, Jacob Beck. For all of us here, we appreciate you tuning in and following along, and we'll be back next week with more coverage of Madison Southern as well as Madison Central. We're signing off. Thanks you for tuning in here on WBON TV.